All right, and now we are live. This is the Green Dragon. We're going to be singing and getting all touchy-feely. Kumbaya, my lord. Kumbaya. Kumbaya, my lord. Is everybody all nice and mellow now? Everybody done yelling at each other? Good. So let me tell you one thing before we start. Fuck America. Fuck the Brits. Fuck the Israelis. Fuck the Palestinians. Fuck the Irish. Fuck the Germans. Fuck the Russians. Fuck the American Indians. You name it, fuck them all.
You forgot about Polacks.
Oh, and fuck the Polacks.
We don't even get a mention?
Oh, hey, you know what? Canadians are so damn nice, I forget about you. Fuck the Canadians.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I don't want to leave you out. And fuck the Mexicans. That way I'm not leaving out my neighbors to the north, nor my neighbors to the south. So fuck you all, okay? Because from what I've been told, I'm America's new version of Archie Bunker. So welcome to it. I hate you all, okay? And if you want, by the way, Glenn Miller plays songs that make the parade. All right? So if you don't fucking want to be here, leave. Otherwise, welcome to the Green Dragon. How y'all doing? Oh, man. So, welcome, everybody. How you guys doing? How's your week been? I have Dozer on the panel. I have my Canadian friend Steven on the panel. And somebody else in is the Green Dragon, who I haven't been able to hear yet. So, how's everybody else doing? I'm going to do some quick shout-outs. We got, because I did set it up, thanks to the CWW for showing me how to get the screen set up so you can watch and comment now at the same time in the room. It's no longer, you got to keep scrolling down to check it out. So
that's
thanks
cool.
to
I seen that earlier.
Yeah, thanks. CWW, they did a chat on it. They showed me how to do it. I appreciate it. Those dudes always got my back. I got their back. Awesome little private organization. Anyway. Hey, Jim, QC Hemp, I sent you a link. So I'm going to shout out everybody. Bitchy Bitch is in. How you doing, Bitchy Bitch? Johnny Master at Arms Dunn is in. What's up, Johnny? How you doing? QC Hemp. Let's see. Homesick for Alaska. TPP. How you doing, TPP? Car Carrier. Southern Style 357. Myself, Steve Carlton, John Gacy, the American Republican Army. Who the fuck are you? How do you get a seat in here? Well, I'm going to probably put a link up later for anybody to be able to get in. But if I don't know you, I can't send you a link. So, Tactical Tony and Third Option. So that's everybody who's in so far. So how you guys doing? What are you guys doing for New Year's? Start out the conversation.
I'm just going to some friend's house. Stay local. Don't want to drive. Probably end up staying the night.
Right. You're going to bring some firearms and some tannerite, run over to, Farm and Fleet or somebody and buy some to go boom at midnight?
I figure we do that the next day. Go out in the country and do that. Hopefully I get some good videos up here pretty soon. I'm got my that solvent trap so I can clean my AK, That's coming in Monday, so that'll be fun.
Sweet. Yeah, that's it. It is. It's a lot of fun. I did recommend a filter for you, right?
Yeah.
It's the best one I've found so far is the Fram PH3600, but I know I'm going to be checking out to see if maybe a fuel filter will be a better bet. It being longer and stronger made.
A buddy of mine, he's a mechanic and he works for this guy, and guy kind of does a little bit of everything. And he said that he'd heard somebody use a used oil filter. Just take it, fill it up with some oil, let it soak in there for a couple hours, then turn it upside down, let that oil sit in there, and it kind of cushions it a little bit, I guess.
It makes sense because, when I studied the solvent trap thing, they do have a version that's wet. And the only problem I would worry about would be it catching on fire with used, engine oil. Because I know when they do it, and when they make their solvent traps wet, the professionally made ones, they use a mineral oil so it doesn't have the volatility of like engine oil. I don't know. It's definitely something worth trying.
Well, I also heard that it depends on what kind of oil filter. Some of them got cardboard in there, and some of them got some kind of like different kind of gasket, not gasket, but kind of a separator
Right,
piece.
And that is the thing. Is you don't want the cardboard ones because they don't hold up well enough. So you definitely want something that has some kind of baffle in there that separates the cardboard.
I've heard the Frams are the good ones. I mean, for that,
Yeah.
they probably got better
Frames are
parts
good,
in them.
yeah.
Yeah, they are. They're the ones that I've found work for me. Well, it looks like we got a few more people in here, so I'm going to up the shout-outs again. Homesick for Alaska's in. Sticky Fingers is in. What? What's up?
You don't know what size oil filter goes on there, do you? Or,
Sure, it's a pH 3600.
3600. All right.
Yeah,
Cool.
see, it's right here. pH, Fram, pH.
Nice.
Don't get the extra heavy-duty one. You know what I'm saying?
Why is that?
Because there's multiple stages in the central support column, support area.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas with this one, it's metal, it blocks the cardboard, but it isn't filled up all the way through the middle of it, the center of it.
Oh, I see. Hey, Jeff, was that you in that video I watched today with the great big-ass bear behind you?
Yep, that's my tactical bear. Yeah, that's all. I got that from my old lady for Valentine's Day, like right before I had surgery on my arm. And the motherfucker's so big, we don't have nowhere to keep it. And next thing you know, the dogs will try to make a bed out of it or something. So it's kind of always just sat in the closet right there. I don't know.
I was watching your video today and laughing about it.
You've seen those nanny cams instead of a teddy bear? That's my security cam bear right there.
Oh, I'm sure it scared the shit out of anybody breaking into your house.
I was gonna cut the back out and let the kid crawl in there and be Ted for Halloween. It's so big.
Oh, so we got a troll in already. That Sticky Fingers is a troll. Bitchy Bitch maybe too, but I just think he doesn't like my beard. But Sticky
I think
Fingers
he's jealous of your singing.
Oh, if anybody's jealous of my singing, feel for him. But that is third option. He's having technical difficulties he's trying to work out. So, like I said, I was going to do a couple quick shout-outs. So, Sticky Fingers, Big Ass Bear, yeah, that's his hubby. Oh, you're a funny guy. Wow. Nintendo Fabrizio, how's it going, Nintendo? Homesick for Alaska, Sticky Fingers, the political board, Bitchy Bitch, Dayrider 76, Agitator 263, Kansas, Hillbilly Prepper. How you doing, Kansas? Let's see. Mind Fucked Matrix. How's it going? Bitchy Bitch. Oh, Fuck Mule, Fuck Stinger, and the new guy too. Okay, great. That's again an original. We always get the originals, don't we? Third option, Southern Style. Bitchy Bitch. I already named you guys. Janer Phelps. And I'm caught up to the beginning. So, what do you plan on doing for New Year's there, Steve?
Oh, we're just, I live in a townhouse, and just somebody down in the next complex there invited us over, and he's got his basement all done up. He's got a stage up there, so they're going to have a band playing, and then we're going to have karaoke, and they invited me for karaoke because I have the ability to sing in every single key except the appropriate one. And no, just going to have a little party there and stuff like that. It's just where I live in London, which is like London, Ontario, and it's a big college and university town, so the bars are just too wild to go out to that night. So I think we'll enjoy ourselves, and due to my medical problems and stuff like that, if I need to come home, I'm only a complex away kind of thing.
Right. Well, that sounds like it'll be fun, though. Karaoke's always fun. A couple of drinks in you start singing. You don't give a shit how you sound. You have fun.
Exactly.
I know I don't. Shit, I'll start singing, and you can hear my beautiful tenor, can't you?
Well, just from the songs I heard tonight, I'm thinking that we should put out a GreenDragon CD and sell it and make some coin.
Oh, yeah. The only problem is we'll be owing people money. They'll sue us for, some kind of harassment just for me singing.
Exactly. We'll have to pay their psychiatry bills and everything.
Right, and whatever the ear doctor's name is. They'll all be going to get hearing aids, and my voice will sound like tinnitus in their ears. It'll be horrible.
Now I'm curious, why did you start this one called The Last GreenDragon Part 1? Are you expecting a Part 2?
Yes, it's a joke, my own joke or whatever, for all the assholes that keep saying, "Oh, we're gonna get you shut down. This is the last time the Green Dragon's gonna ever happen."
Oh, from the British guy there.
Yeah, well, him and 420. I don't want to be watching the train wreck. It's going down and all that shit. You know what?
Nice.
Okay, good enough. It's going down. Then I'm gonna hold the last one every time. So.
Nice.
This is just part 1 of the last one. So the last one will be going until I decide I'm done with fucking YouTube. So,
well, hopefully that won't be for a very long time.
I don't think it will be.
Yeah.
No matter how much I say, "Oh, this shit drives me crazy," it is. To me, it's kind of fun. Even the controversy and the strife and people yelling at each other and all that shit. Because it's kind of fun. Because really, it's through a computer. Nobody's gonna do anything.
Exactly.
And if they want, and you know what, you come to my house, you'll be walking away with your fucking tail between your legs right away. So it's all fun and games to me. And sometimes I like pissing people off. So.
Oh, well, everybody has fun like that, absolutely. No, and it's harmless. Nobody really gets hurt over it or anything.
Right, and it's fun watching the trolls come out because the trolls they get. I mean, it's just hilarious sometimes the way people.
How
react.
bored and how sad of a life do you have that you got to get online and try to troll? Like, you must have a really sad life if that's all you got to do.
Yeah, it is pretty bad, and even tonight, I could definitely be doing other shit than this, but I do like this. I do have fun with it, so.
Exactly, making new friends and hearing different people's opinion, and a lot of time there's actually intelligent chat on here that you'd like to include yourself in and learn from. And I watched some of your videos today, and I learned from there. Just some of the things you're posting about. So.
And sometimes we just train wreck and have fun with that.
Recently, I've been looking at some of my like views and likes and dislikes, and I never had any dislikes, and then all of a sudden I got all these dislikes. I'm like, what the fuck? So I kind of go and look, It's just this one video I got like 9,000 views on. I don't have that many views on many of my videos, but that one it kind of took off for some reason. But it's just people are being so fucking negative. They're totally missing the point. I don't know. People are. I mean, why would you dislike a video? There was nothing. There was no view. There was no my side of the video. What would you have to dislike?
But the point is, you're getting the views. That's the main thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. That video, it's got me views. I don't comment much back.
Well, I can tell you my theory on it, Doze, is the fact that anytime anybody sees somebody doing better than them, they then got to bring them back down to their level or make them lower than them in some form or fashion, right? Because seriously, that whole bullshit that got started with Trick Daddy about the fucking, it was an innocuous, a throwaway statement from an American, right, that Stinger had made of fuck the Brits, okay? And he took it personal. So, I'll tell you, you can't take that fuck the Brits from me personally. I don't like fucking Brits. Okay? I don't like that. I understand they may be America's fucking greatest ally or whatever, but they're not in my head. Okay? So, but I don't really want to get started on that. I want to find out how your winter's going, what you're doing for New Year's. You're going to get hammered and have fun, or you're stuck watching kids like Tony's going to be doing, and I'm going out. It's my anniversary.
Oh, that's cool. You're right on the 1st, were you, or the 31st?
31st, the wife and I. We got married on the 31st.
Oh, that's great. How many years will it be?
22.
Wow.
22 years of marriage.
Wow.
And,
I can't...
No, go ahead, Steve.
Oh, I was just saying I can't drink much this weekend, or at all, due to, I'm a firefighter and I'm disabled. Well, I'm on pain patches of fentanyl. And they tell me that what I'm taking is 10 times for the pain is 10 times more powerful than heroin. So if I'm taking that and I start to drink too, just 1 or 2 drinks will send me drunker than it would if you had 10 or 12 kind of thing.
Man, fentanyl. Wow, you're hurt bad, ain't you? I'm sorry to
Yeah.
hear that, my friend. But
Yeah.
they don't give out fentanyl for nothing.
No.
Okay. Yeah. If you're taking yeah, don't drink at all. Okay, it's not good for you when you're taking that kind of shit.
Yeah. Well, I'm not the type to enjoy getting really hammered anyways, because I'm the type that I like to be in control. And if I'm stumbling around, slurring my words and stuff like that, that's not something that I like myself to be. So, like, I'll have a couple beers or whatever, or especially if it's in the summer, you out mowing the lawn or something like that. But I'm not the one to party until until your friends have to help you walk, kind of thing.
Yeah, I used to be back in the day, not anymore, man. I just can't. I can't lose that much control. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I have to have my wits about me more than that.
Yeah.
And I used to be a heavy drinker. I used to get like that all the time. And then there was one time too many, and I totally just stopped drinking for it. Now I can have a drink every once in a while, but I haven't been drunk in 10 years.
Oh, good. Congrats.
Well, it's just, I was done with it, you know. I don't blame anybody for doing it or whatever, but it just wasn't me anymore. So I understand what you mean.
What about you, Jeff? You like to get the drink on?
I'm occasionally. I used to be a bouncer for years. For like 10 years, I bounced at the same bar. So I would occasionally drink, but I could never get drunk being a bouncer. So I'm more of a social drinker. Nowadays, I rarely drink. I'll probably drink New Year's, probably. I haven't drank in a while.
Oh, so
been a month or so.
I will do that. I will do that. TPP. Sticky Fingers wants to get in. See, here's the problem. Everybody in the chat room, I don't pay as much attention as I should be. Oh, 0 subscribers, huh, Sticky? And I'm your first channel that you've actually watched and subscribed.
I bet you it's a Britain guy.
So
let them in, man. Maybe they had to go create a channel to get in here. I mean, it might be a troll.
I'm sending it. You think I wouldn't? Think I'm not going to do that? Of course I'm going to send a fucking link.
I'm a believer. Throw that bitch in the fucking links down at the bottom and let it free for all. If you don't want them in, kick them out.
Well, not just yet. I'm going to do that. That's actually coming up. But I wanted to start. I didn't want it to start off at a train wreck. I wanted to get at least down the track a mile or two.
Always start with good intentions, and then if it goes from there, it's not a problem.
Oh yeah, fuck. Oh, and Janer, I used to be that same way. You know, I would drink until I was so drunk I couldn't stand. Then I'd snort up an 8-ball and I'd be ready to go. So.
I was the type when I was younger. I got, maybe got into a bottle of Jack Daniels, and it put me down for a while. I never touched Jack after that. That was. I worked for a liquor distributor for years too, and I wouldn't touch any of that hard stuff. I just wouldn't touch it. We'd get free stuff. I'd take it home for friends and whatnot. But yeah, I don't drink hard stuff. The only thing I ever drank was beer, and that's about it.
Well, if you like beer, you need to come to Canada here.
Well, and I was a hard liquor guy, and that's why I love cocaine too. Because you could keep up with the beer guys, drink for drink, right? Drinking liquor, as long as you were going off to the bathroom or to your car or to some girl's tit, to snort a few lines every once in a while. So
you see that a lot around here. That's it. My main job was there for a while when I worked at the bar. Was cops were coming in because they knew that the bar was like a big. It was starting to become a coke bar. It was getting known for it. It never got real bad, but there were several times I walked in the bathroom and just doing it down the back of the toilet.
Well, you know what, and probably one of the reasons why I wasn't a great businessman, but I made if you wanted to deal in my place, you had to pay, and you had to follow certain rules. You could only deal outside, right, in the parking lot. I had a good parking lot. It was covered from sight, but, and don't cause any problems in my bar. And I get 10% of what you sell in my bar. So.
It's kind of a long story, but I don't know if I ever mentioned it before, but The last time I really worked at a bar, there was a big fuck a fight came out, but I ended up getting sucker punched in the face. I ended up choking the guy out. He ended up running, punched one of the bartenders. It was a long story, but that same night, here I am bleeding out of my lip, you know, because I get sucker punched. And I look up, and who walks up? Congressman Ray LaHood with his hand out, wanting to shake my hand, like a
Really?
couple other big wigs. They were coming to the bar. They were down the road for some kind of charity event, and like I was pre-warned that they were coming and whatnot, you know. But the owner of Budweiser and two members of the British Parliament. It's kind of weird. That was the last time I worked.
Wow, that would have been crazy because somebody come shake my hand while I'm still bleeding. I might punch him. That wouldn't go
Oh
good.
yeah, dude. Well, I knew he was coming, man, and he's got family around here, so that's the reason why he was around here. But I went to school with one of his nieces, and I knew he was coming, and all of a sudden this suit comes up out of nowhere, and I recognized him, you know. And here I am, got big old gash on my lips, cracked in half, you know, blood's on my shirt. You know? That was the last time I bounced.
Nice.
Right. Well, I'm going to do a couple quick shout outs, and let's see. All right, I did send out links. I sent them out to Toppy. I sent you one, Redneck Gun Club. The Political Port, if you want to come in, I sent you one. This is all on YouTube. Put them directly on your YouTube PMs. I PM'd you. Fabrizio, I'm going to get to you. Sticky Finger, I did send you one in case you want to get in here. Optimus Android, how you doing? Jaynard Phelps is back at Whiskey 5A, joined us. How you doing, Whiskey? Tactical Six String joined us. I haven't shouted him out yet. Homesick for everybody else, I kind of shouted out already. Boy, everybody's balling all over fucking Sticky Fingers. Knock him the fuck out. Hey, what's up? What's up, Ohio Wolverine? How you doing, buddy? How you liking that new pistol you got? I tell you, I've been looking at them myself. That's that Walther clone, right? Does it take Walther magazines? And if you want a link, let me know. I'll send it to you. You know what? Fuck it. I am just going to put it in the chat. All right. Anybody who wants in, I'm just throwing the link up in the chat. Come and join us. Have some fun. What? It's not letting me do a web address. What the fuck? Is it because it's on the side here? It's not letting me put the link in the...
Just because you moved the chat, I couldn't see them blocking URLs.
Well, here. I'm going to try it again, but it may be because it's back in the old spot where you couldn't put links up. It may not let links show up.
What the fuck? It's back and forth every time.
Yeah, it says, oops, remove any web addresses and try again. So I can't put the link up in the external. Well, I will next time because I'm just going to go with the whole new system instead of going back to the old. So I can add links.
Put it in there and take the dot out and write dot. Anybody who really cares, they can take that out.
I guess. Let's see if I take out some of this stuff. Yeah, let's try that. That should be enough. Nope.
But like even Sunnyland Camper, that Shanna Keith, he's computer literate. He couldn't figure out how to get in here the other day at all. He never did make it in.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes it's just fucking stupid. All right,
I've seen him a lot on YouTube lately, though. He's never usually on that much. He's trying to learn that ham radio shit. So YouTube's the best place to learn that shit.
Right. Yeah, there's a lot of good videos on learning ham. That's what I'm doing right now.
Okay, I did get the link up.
I'll be doing it soon.
You're going to have to put the HTTP in there. Well, hey, Stuzap, I did get it, but it's not the full thing. The only thing I took out was the .http and fucking .// whatever the fuck it is. So
I don't know if it matters, but on mine it's HTTPS. I don't know if that matters or not. I know nothing about computers.
I don't either. I'm a Luddite when it comes to how they work internally.
Well, I mean,
to me,
you should be able to go to the
to me, it's a bunch of squares in that box.
The Green Dragon main page on G Plus, and there should be a button to click for Hangout, and it'll bring you right into it.
Right? It should. Go take a look.
I'll go take a look. I bet you anything it's on there. It's not always on there, but it usually is. I'm on a tablet, so I'm usually on my phone, so.
Oh, really?
You can get on this shit on anything, so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm on a $50 Walmart tablet.
Sweet, but your picture's better than your phone when it's on this. So I like it.
Yeah, depends on which version of my camera I use. If I turn my camera around, it's really good on my phone. But
right.
Yeah, it's on there, right on the back, right on the front. Just as you go in, Green Dragon Tavern Chats on G+.
So let's see. Boy, the chat room's fucking with. I'm just gonna leave the chat room alone for a while. They seem to be fucking with Sticky Fingers. You know what? He must be a Brit, because isn't that a Rolling Stones album? Sticky Fingers. If I remember correctly, and fucking Brits hate us Americans just because we were free, and they're not. And they've always been a subject.
Got bad teeth, can't own guns, you know.
Well, they could at one point. They got away with that. Got away from that. But the way they got away from it is because they're subjects, and they would rather we were subjects too. That's why they always, every time they come over here, they get all pissy, you know. And the ones that want to not be subjects, you know, they come over here and they enjoy their freedom, like Chris Hutchins. Anybody remember that motherfucker? Partied his ass to death.
There was this guy I caught today. Tactical Grizzly Bear made a video and he brought up this guy's name.
He cracks me up.
Yeah, he does. His name is Mick, like Mickey Mouse, but just Mick.
Right.
Dodge, like Dodge truck, Dodge, Mick
right.
Dodge. And I guess National Geographic has made a series about him. I guess it'll start January 7th, I believe, is the air date.
Okay.
But he was a Marine, an ex-Marine, and you know he come back and I guess he owned a couple houses and shit. And one day he just got fed up and he just fucking took his shoes off and walked into the woods. And motherfucker like lives in a stump and shit like that. And you look him up on YouTube. He's got some some unique views, but you wait, they'll be pushing this guy because I already see like the fake links to him and shit like that usually lead you to a virus. So it must be it's going to be pretty big, I think. But the guy's got roots tattooed on the top of his feet. His feet are his roots. Pretty crazy looking. He looks like a yard gnome.
That's weird.
So does he come off as being freaking loopy, or does he come off as being decent?
Spiritual. I mean, and somebody in that Tactical Grizzly Bear, he said he saw edited or part of it, and you can definitely tell that he was in charge of how he came across.
That's wild.
So, I just read this news story that just came out about a neighborhood banning children from playing in the streets. Wow. This is mind-boggling anymore. You know, if anybody... I don't want to get into all that crap. It's so easy to fall into the trap of the constant negativity of watching our freedoms just run away. But
it's getting way too extreme. Did you see the little 6-year-old kid that was expelled from school because they were playing at recess and with his friend? They were playing cops and robbers, and he made a gun with his hand. and
Yeah.
he pew pew hit the kid, and he got expelled for that.
Jesus.
I'm like, what the hell?
Well, and then another kid, he did, him and his buddy were playing, and he pretended of drawing a bow, and he got suspended for that. You know,
Jeez.
it's just gotten too far out of hand. I mean, and then the mom getting arrested for her kids playing in her front yard, and then another mom being arrested for her kid peeing on her own tree, on her own property.
Hmm.
Or in New York, where this guy, he's in his driveway and he's being told his driveway is public because his neighbor who doesn't like him is complaining that he's washing his car. So it's illegal for him to wash his car in public, but he's on his own private driveway.
Yeah, he even said, don't push the issue. He goes, well, I'm going to wash it. And he goes, well, start washing it and I'll write you a ticket. That's something fucked up, man.
Did you see the video that Anonymous put out today?
Yeah, warning, talking to the militia, I think it was.
Yeah, but he's encouraging all his followers there. I put it on my YouTube thing, saying it was wrong, but he's encouraging all his followers to basically use violence, to take up arms, and if you have to, give your life for the fight and take the cops down and all this kind of crap.
Well, it's a terrible thing to hear, but it's something that might have to happen. I mean,
We Are Changed said that?
No, Anonymous put that. I didn't actually watch the whole
Anonymous?
thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't watch it. I just knew it came out. I haven't gotten a chance to watch it.
As I said, I put it on my YouTube page if you want to see it. But
yeah, I'll definitely check it out, Steve.
Yeah, it's I agree. Something needs to happen, absolutely. But getting all the young kids out there, like to follow Anonymous and stuff, to start picking up weapons and going out and shooting cops at protests and stuff like that, that's not going to help anything.
Well, we can't be if that's going to happen, if it is going to turn into a violent revolution, we can't be the ones. The people, shouldn't be the ones to start it. You should let the people you're railing against start it, and they already have.
The government,
in a lot of ways.
The government will fire the first shot if you don't think they already have by now. But I mean,
right.
You know what I mean? It'll be loud. It'll be heard around the world when they do.
Well, and that's what happened the last time.
Exactly.
They called the shot heard around the world for a reason. It started the American Revolution. We can't be the ones to fire that first shot. We got to be on the side of the angels.
Yeah, so. But they're not gonna. Even if they do fire the first shot, it's gonna look like we did, and then, of course, they're gonna come gangbusters and start going door to door and start taking our weapons and everything.
Well, historically, they don't know who fired the first shot. It's who wrote history says who wrote fired the first shot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the winners definitely write the history. That's for sure. We had Redneck Gun Club in here for a minute.
Yeah. Seen his picture there, and all of a sudden he was gone.
Sometimes there's connection problems. And he's down there in Tupelo, Mississippi. So who knows what it's like between here and there. But that's my buddy Toppy when he comes back in. If you don't know who he is, he's Redneck Gun Club. And he's got a real cool channel, and he does a lot of cool trick shots. And just, if you're into shooting sports and stuff like that, it's a good place to go check out.
I actually think I come across this page quickly today there. I was doing a lot of... Oh, he's back. There.
Yeah.
How's it going, Redneck?
So while you're getting your shit figured out there, Redneck, I'm going to do some quick shout-outs. See who's in the room. So, what's up?
Does he know that he's muted when he comes in?
He will now if he heard you. So, Whiskey 5A, the political port, Ace Van Ruin, Optimus Android, Homesick for Alaska, Kansas, Atomic Bulls. What's up, Atomic? The political port, Sticky Fingers is still on. Is he holding his own in there? Homesick thinks it's Strict Daddy. But John Gacy's still in. Sticky Fingers is in. Hey, what's up, Eric Larson? How you doing? Grip Biscuit's in. What's up, Grip Biscuit? How you doing, buddy? Let's see. Who else? Nintendo. You can try that link, just like I said. Add shit to it. So, and Fringe Sniper. Everybody else has been shouted out, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So.
Just use that link, but put HTTPS
Hello.
colon two backsplashes.
Okay.
Hello. Hey,
There
Billy.
you go,
How's it going?
Toppy.
There it is. What's up, guys?
I hear you now.
Hell,
can hear
I
you
went
now.
over to the little red phone to click to unmute my mic, and I guess that means leave the chat. So. What's up, guys?
How you doing down there in Tupelo?
Man, we doing good. How about y'all?
Good, good. So what are you blowing up for New Year's? I know you, buddy. I know you well enough to know something's going to go boom.
I tell you what, we got between us all, we've got 150 pounds. You can own 50 pounds legal in our state. So between us all, guess how much we got?
You got 150.
That's right. So, but no, we can't set off but 50 at a time. So we guess about 30 pounds or so. The biggest we've done is 15. So we probably gonna double that for New Year's.
Oh yeah, you're gonna throw it out on your pond, kind of thing.
Yeah, I think we're gonna try to get a floaty and see if we can blow a damn hole in that pond out there, Roger.
Water frozen down there?
No, bro, it's about 55 degrees today, something like that. So.
My buddy's caught about 60 bluegill on the ice fishing yesterday.
Wow.
Well, hell, man, that's shorts weather for me. 50 degrees. I'll wear shorts in that.
Yeah. Well, the thing about Mississippi, man, one day it's like the other day it was like 65 degrees. And then the next day it was fucking 25. So.
Damn.
Big jump.
Big swing. Yeah, we had big temperature fluctuations, big ones. So.
See, I don't mind if it's cold to colder or hot to hotter, but that warm to cold thing always fucks with me.
Yeah, it'll cause a lot of folks around here to get sick. I don't get sick much, but yeah, all that fluctuation in the weather will sure make your ass sick for sure.
Oh yeah. Well, for me, it's just yelling. Yelling gets my voice all scratchy. And the fucking Bears lost today to the goddamn Green Bay Cheesehead Packers by a fucking cut hair. Excuse my language, but shit.
The Bears.
Yeah.
And I'm not a big football fan, but the rest of the family is. And so we watched it. And damn, it just sucked that the fucking goddamn Green Bay Packers won. What the fuck?
That's right. Hey, let me ask you something. Y'all hear my bird hollering?
Yes.
All right, just a minute. Let me do away with it. I'll get him.
Oh, no. Boom. Oh, shit. All right, while you're doing that, I'm going to do some shout-outs. What's up, Kansas? He's telling Bitchy to grow up. Jay Watterson, homesick for Alaska. Ace Van Ruin, Gatorade 157 is in. How you doing, Gatorade? I'm going to start reading some of these, man. Must be British because you can't spell it all. Oh, man.
Yeah, I was having trouble reading that shit, too.
You know what? Optimus Prime, I think I can agree with you. The first shots have been fired a long time ago by our own government and our own cops, but not in the same way. Not where anybody was, where a group of people were taking a stand and the cops fired the first shot. Not lethal shots, right? And, you can look at Occupy Wall Street. To me, that should have sparked off a revolution, the way the cops handled that. But it didn't. So I don't know what will. But it's definitely something we could talk about. Like I said, I threw the link in there. You guys can join in if you want to. So.
All right, the bird's gone.
Oh, poor thing. What'd you do? Put it in a box or flush it down the toilet?
No, you just have to put it in a cage. It's a parrot, so you put him in his cage, he knows it's time to go to bed.
Right. I know, I'm only kidding.
Have you taught him curse words yet to say?
No, I try to keep the cursing down to a minimum.
Right. You want to be the only one cursing in your house, right?
That's right. I don't want him cussing when he don't need to be cussing. You know, I can control myself. I don't know about the bird.
Yeah. See, I don't know about myself. That's the problem.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could stop myself from cursing anymore. That's one of my New Year's resolutions is going to be trying to curb my language and start using the vocabulary I actually have. So instead of using
good
fuck
luck,
for
but it's
every
harder
other
than what you
word.
think.
I think it'll last as long as most New Year's resolutions till 12:05.
Yeah.
You know.
12:01 and a half.
Yeah.
Just get a swear jar, and then pretty soon you won't be able to afford to swear.
Heck, if I get a swear jar, I can't afford to swear now unless I'm penny anteing it. So, hey, Toppy, did you make a little holster for one of your vapes?
I did. This is
Show that thing off. That looks awesome.
Yeah, this is the M16. This is the Sentinel. This little Kydex holster I made up. Man, I wear this thing everywhere. I actually got on YouTube trying to find something, you know, to put it in.
Right.
And couldn't find shit, so hey, I made my own.
Well, hey,
right on.
Hey, look here. I got one for the Camry 100 too.
And Toppy is going to be taking orders for him if you PM him. They are
That's
only
right.
$20 a holster.
No, hey, I tell you what. Matter of fact, I started to PM him the other night. Poison Stinger. I got a bunch of these for the Bamo.
Wow.
I know
is somebody
him.
else making them or you made them?
No, it's just me. I make them. I know
Sweet.
him and Mark 16. I know both
Right,
of them.
Gloucester.
Yeah, with Bamos. If they want one, hit me up. I'll send them one.
That's
Well,
right
there
on.
you go. And for everybody else, $20 a piece.
No, if
That'll
anybody,
include shipping and handling.
yeah, if anybody wants one, hit me up. I'll hook you up right. I promise you. You can't buy the shit as cheap as I'll make it for you and send it to you.
Right. And he also has steel targets he makes. So check him out.
That's right, I do.
Check out the Redneck Gun Club and all his crew down there in Mississippi. Those boys have a lot of fun, and the things they are selling, they're cheaper than any place else you're going to get it. So.
Yeah. We're trying to make the 1 second challenge. If anybody else wants to get in on it, I wish y'all would, man, just to see if it can be done. There's like 15 people in the world that has done this. You put 5 targets or 5 shots on 3 plates in under a second.
Damn, that sounds like a Jerry Mitchell-act thing.
Yeah, watch my not my newest video, but next to the newest. We're right there at it. So.
Sweet.
Yeah, it's always kind of fun, the ones, the Mad Minute type videos where they try to blast as much as they can in a minute.
Yeah. We don't, matter of fact, I ain't got nothing like that. I've been through a lot of computer trouble. If I didn't have so much computer trouble, I was going to put a big montage together. But actually, my computer crashed and I lost everything, all my videos, besides what I got on YouTube, you know, so.
Damn, that sucks. But now you know to keep some backups.
Yeah, everything now is going on with external hard drive, so we got it now.
That's what I do when I've had my computer crash a couple times, and everything's been great because I've saved it all on my external hard drive, and
yeah,
I can't. They've definitely worth their money.
Yeah, that's what we got now, new external hard drive. But I'm having trouble with my editing software, so I think we're gonna get some new editing software, and then we'll be set up, ready to run again. So.
What's up, Two Gun Tommy and SKS Hugo? Of course, I'll shout out the CWW crew. Hell, the only way I learned how to put the sidebar back on, the chat room back on the side so you can watch it and see the chat room at the same time was from the CWW chat they did just the other day.
Right on.
So,
well, thank you, CWW.
I'm very glad to be a proud member of the CWW. Anyway, Sticky Finger, which I tend to agree, it must be that fucking brick, because he's asking where fucking Stinger is all. I don't know where Stinger is. I'm pretty sure he has a life, so he's probably spending it doing shit other than this. So he said he'll be on later, though, when he PM'd me earlier. So, but do some shit.
So in Mississippi, what's the control or what's the carry laws? Are you allowed to carry there?
Oh yeah, open carry. We are open carry state. January the 18th, I think. So just the law just passed open carry. Ain't a lot of folks doing it, but myself, I'm a license holder. I got a concealed carry license, but yeah, it's Mississippi's a new open carry state as of January. So
Great.
I know 3 good old boys that will be open carrying as much as possible.
oh yeah.
And that's the Redneck Gun Club crew.
I tell you, man, a lot of people say you're stupid. You got carry license. You don't. Hey, I tell you what, man. How many people's gonna fuck with you if you got a gun on your hip?
Exactly.
I don't care what you say. A gun on your hip causes one thing: that's people to go the other direction. You know, I mean.
Well, or to pay attention and feel safe, because you know when you're at the Walmart shopping with your kids and you have a firearm on your hip, nobody's thinking you're gonna go psycho and go fucking kill the whole place up. No, they're gonna look at that and go, "There's a good dad making sure his kids are safe."
That's right.
You know? So what's up, Jim? How you doing?
Oh, doing okay. Getting kind of chilly. I imagine it's chilling at your place too. Getting close to 0. That kind of sucks.
Yeah, I know. You felt that temperature drop today, huh?
And fucking wind blowing through, and I had to water up the horse tanks and get all the bullshit done, so I don't have to freeze my ass off tomorrow doing it.
Right. I see the beard's coming in nicely.
Yeah, my wife not too crazy about it, but we'll keep it for a while. It's beard season.
Right? Well, what? She doesn't like when you fertilize it? Mine always does.
Well, I don't know. She just never liked me having a beard. Yeah, we were talking about New Year's resolutions. A few years ago, I just made a resolution not to make New Year's resolutions, and that seems to work.
And that's probably the only one you've kept, right?
Yeah, there you go.
That beard's coming in so good, you can start making duck calls soon.
Right?
Oh, Duck Dynasty crap.
This thing's actually getting too fucking long. It's becoming a pain in the ass at times.
You gotta start braiding it or something, huh?
Well, not only that, man. Just when you sleep, it'll get caught under your own neck. I sleep with an arm under my face. It gets caught on that. I'll pull my own beard in my sleep. The damn dog thinks it's a blanket sometimes at night. If I'm sleeping on my back, she's small, little tiny dog. She crawls up under my neck and fucking lays there and needs my fucking Adam's apple. You know?
I don't know how ZZ
I think it's time to cut it down to... I'm telling you, man. I don't know how they do it at all either, man. That shit's gets in the way sometimes. And damn, is it a food catcher? I swear, I gotta go after I'm done with a meal. I gotta head to the bathroom, wash my face, and groom my beard to get all the shit that fell out of my face in it.
The worst part for me is when the beard actually goes into your mouth. Like if you're doing something where your beard gets folded up and the hairs get in your mouth, like it was working, and I was outside and I had a bunch of I don't know, a hat on and whatnot, and something around my neck, and my beard got pushed up, and I went to go eat a sandwich, and the hair got in my mouth. I didn't know if it was in the sandwich or my beard.
Nice.
Right? Or the worst part, when the wind blows and it fucking blows the beard up into your cigarette.
Yeah,
and it's like, oh, fuck, you put your face out and shit.
You're throwing beer in your face.
Yeah, it's
I was helping out with the tornado pickup, and it was like a volunteer sandwich that I was eating. Some volunteer made it. So I was like,
right? Whose hair is it? I hope it's mine.
Yeah, you chew on it long enough, you realize it's your own.
Oh man. So man, these guys, there's like 2 trolls in there, and everybody just gets man, they're fucking with them.
Good.
Attack
So,
of the DWW, yeah.
I'm guessing Trick Daddy brought his sister or some shit, because he said in the other one he wasn't married and wouldn't ever be or some shit. So
Well, if he acts like that, no wonder.
right. Oh man. Anyway, what are you gonna blow up for New Year's there, Jim? Gonna head over to Rural King and pick up some tannerite? And...
Yeah, I don't know. We did talk about it. It'd be kind of fun to blow something up. We'll have to wait and see.
I
still
recommend a
have my
cruiser.
I still have my aluminum and potassium perchlorate, so I could always make some noise makers with that.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, you can make your own.
It's not tannerite, but you light it off with a fuse, and it's just as good.
Goes boom, right?
Yeah.
We make our own, man.
Yeah, we got some homemade quarter sticks. They'll take a chunk out of a tree.
Yeah, we make our own. We can buy the ammonia nitrate in the state of Mississippi. So then all it takes is aluminum powder. So we just make our own, you know.
Right.
Now, I'm kind of dumb when it comes to this, but what do most people use it for if it's legal to go in and buy?
Oh, it's just fertilizer for your yard, plants, gardens. Mississippi's still a kind of backwoods state, so a lot of garden and plants.
Oh, but they're not selling it to be explosives then?
Oh no, it's a fertilizer.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if they allowed it for like blowing up tree stumps and shit like that or what.
Yeah,
You know, those cold packs that you break and the water breaks and they get cold, the emergency cold packs.
Yeah.
It's the same thing inside them. Most of them, some of them they've changed and they're not like that. For the most part, them little white balls in there, that's ammonium nitrate.
Oh.
You said little white balls.
Yeah, little white balls.
Are you talking about sticky fingers out there?
Then all you have to do is add. Is it dark aluminum dust or aluminum dust? I mean, what kind is it?
I think we use 24 mesh. That's what it is. It's the fineness of it. The finer the powder, the more it disperses on the ammonium nitrate, and the bigger the boom. So, or the less material it takes. So the finer the mesh, I think we use like a 24. It's called a .2 double alt 24, something like that, I think. So.
Yeah, I used to buy aluminum powder at like the paint supply store. They'd like use it for trailer roof paint and boat paint and stuff like that.
You still can.
Yeah.
I tried it around here. I had a hell of a time finding it.
You can buy it online. Well, a lot of places don't carry it because people don't do that much anymore.
Yeah.
But you can still get it.
Carry it.
We get all ours on YouTube or eBay. Just go to eBay and just go down through there, and you'll see the finer the mesh, the little pricier it is. But you can get like 5 pounds of it for $40, $50, I think. So, and 5 pounds.
That should last you a damn good long time. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What kind of ratio used from ammonium nitrate for aluminum dust?
Oh,
so it's like about 10% aluminum in there.
Now I think we use. I think what it is. I think it's 7 ounces to every pound, or 10, maybe 10 ounces to every pound, something like that. So I think it's 7 ounces for every pound.
It's a little heavy on the aluminum, but it works, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, for like making your homemade firecracker is just like about 2/3 potassium perchlorate and 1/3 aluminum dust.
I've had a couple
basically same thing. Yeah.
Not mixed well enough, and they didn't go off. Like I mixed 2, and my buddy mixed 2, and he didn't mix them long enough, and they weren't coated well enough, and they just didn't go off. You can see in there, you can still see white.
Yeah, if you don't get it all saturated and covered real good, it won't work. So, or either if you try to shoot through another substance, never try to do that. Always put your binary on the front end of the explosion. So we learned that. We actually lost 15 pounds on our 4th of July video. We had 3 5-pound balls, and we shot it through powder. We was gonna have red, white, and blue explosion, and we put the powder in the front, and it didn't work. So it messed the effect up. So.
Well, probably also slowed the round down just enough.
Yeah.
You know. But I've also found that compressing, at least when I do tannerite, I always make sure it's fully coated, and then I can try and compress it. You know what I mean? I'll throw it, instead of keeping it in a jar, I'll throw it in a plastic baggie.
Yeah, duct tape or something.
Yeah.
I throw it in a baggie, wrap it all tight, duct tape it.
Yeah, the more you restrict it, the bigger the boom.
Yeah, that's what I've found.
So
I used a metal canister one time, but it sealed real good, just kind of butted together, and then I duct taped the shit out of it. That was a pretty good quote.
I tell you what I want to do. I want to make it I was thinking about trying to make some tannerite that was well, it'd be still kind of stable, but it'd take less to set it off. Because, you know, basically...
like the 22 stuff, like the 22-inch shotgun stuff.
Yeah, see, it's got an extra binary in it that makes it a little hotter. Adds, whatever they're putting in there, I don't know exactly what it is, but it adds CO2. So it's adding oxygen to it. So whatever they're getting, I guess they may be using some kind of zinc or maybe iron oxide, maybe. So.
Well, I think you could find out the formula. It's not like it's secret anymore.
No, it's not.
Find that out all the time.
Because they sell that. I like that 22 shit. It takes a lot less to get a nice big bang.
Actually, I believe I've seen a video of some guy making that 22 shit homemade, and I can't. He did use something like that. I can't remember what it was. It's been a while since I've seen it.
Yeah.
Right. So.
I wonder if you added small amounts of different kind of metals, like they do when they make fireworks. If you can get different colors, that'd be kind of cool.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you could. Yeah.
Right. Add some copper. Get some blue.
Yeah.
Iron. Get red. That'd be cool.
It would.
Thinking about it. So I'm going to expect videos from you, Toppy.
Yeah. Well, hey, redneck engineering, son, we'll come up with it around here.
Oh, for sure. And I know. And then you'll share it with us, and then we'll know. So
That's right.
that's why. Dude, I love your channel. And there's another one that's been doing similar shit down in Texas. It might even be South Texas Gun Club or East Texas Gun Club. They're a real similar channel.
Oh yeah, cousin them. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is this channel? Yeah. Shit.
Yeah, I can't remember either. It's been a long weekend.
Oh, East Texas Outlaws? Is that it?
Yeah, there it is. That's it.
Yeah.
East Texas Outlaws. There you go.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they got a cool channel. Oh, Paco, ain't that his name?
Mm-hmm.
And
Cuz,
I
think it's Peso.
Yeah.
Yep.
Paco and Cuz, yeah. Yeah, they got a cool channel, man. They need a lot more subscribers. They do. They ain't 150 subscribers, and man, they got a jamming channel. Yeah.
Fuck, man, we gotta help them grow.
Yeah, what's the name of that channel?
I think East Texas Outlaws. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, East Texas Outlaws.
I think I've seen them. Yeah, I think I'm sub to them.
They're big beaver downers, man. They're murderers of beavers. They murder the beaver, boy.
They like blowing up them dams.
Yeah, that's what they're doing. They're blowing up beaver dams mostly, and I'm talking about some big bigots, but they're using a bunch of tannerite.
Oh fuck yeah!
I love me some beaver hunting, man. That shit gets personal. That's the only animal that I've got personal with. That son of a bitch.
See, I like me some beaver eating.
Dude, this beaver that I popped in the head with a 22 was as big as like a full-grown Labrador Retriever. This fucking thing was so fucking big. I had to take another breath after I saw it. It was so fucking huge. Shot it right in the head and bounced off.
Should have got it stuffed.
No, I didn't kill it. It bounced off. I mean, my buddy even later on, weeks later, popped I don't know how many rounds in that bitch. If she's on the bottom somewhere, but who knows where.
Yeah, beavers are tough, man. You gotta have at least a Magnum or 17, something like that. Take them out.
We had a problem with, we couldn't get anything too loud out there because it was a private fishing club, so we had to keep it down. We were using shorts there and we realized that's like throwing rocks at it.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't saying we'd do it or nothing. We're rednecks. We don't do no shit like that. But you could tape a 2-liter Coke bottle on it.
Right.
Full of that old tough stuff.
I was just going to say that, you know how a lot of these new AR-22s have the same ability to use a solvent trap that they make for the AR, you know?
Yeah.
So,
I could take the
Yeah.
AK with the solvent trap. Not to say I would, but I'm just saying I
right.
could take my solvent trap on
Go clear out some beaver.
Beaver hunting. Can't beat it.
Or just move to, you know, I want to try and do it legally. I might just have to move to Indiana where they can do that shit legal. Like,
Heck,
they passed a law. They can hunt in Indiana with a silencer, with a suppressor.
Oh, really?
So, yeah.
Oh, sweet.
And that is, you know, I mean, the whole thing, the only reason why they even outlawed silencers was because it scared the fucking anti-gunners of the time, you know? Because the only reason why silencers are good, really, is to save people's hearing. Guns are very loud,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
And to save your neighbor's hearing so they're not jumping every 2 seconds from a boom.
Yeah, exactly. Because the only thing you're gonna silence that ain't gonna be heard within a half a mile is a 22. So
Yeah. Well, you can get 45 pretty quiet. Anything that's
yeah.
subsonic,
Yeah, subsonic rounds exactly.
yeah, you can quiet them down. But the second anything goes above the, you know, sound of the speed of sound, you're always going to get the crack, no matter what you
Yeah.
do. You're always going to get the sonic boom. People are always going to be able to hear when it passes them by. They might not be able to tell where it was shot from, but they will be able to hear that sonic crack.
Yeah.
You know?
So, have anybody heard of launching anvils?
What?
Yeah.
With what, tannerite? Shooting them and getting an anvil to fly? Oh, that happens.
No, I don't know. You make a bed and you lay out this the base anvil, and you get it as smooth as you can. And there's like a little recess in the anvil. You put about a pound of black powder in there with a fuse, and then you lay another anvil on top of it upside down. You torch that sucker off, and they'll throw a 100-pound anvil about 100 feet up in the air, and they have competitions to see who can get it the highest and that kind of stuff.
Is that shit on YouTube?
I'm sure it probably is. I saw it on, I don't know,
fun.
one of the Discovery Channel type shows, but that was a few years ago.
I'm gonna have to
They have
find it. That
competitions.
sounds
So,
cool.
I mean, they're out there with their level, and they're making sure the anvil's just right, and then they put the black powder in there and kind of tap it and screen it off, and you know, all this shit to get it set up. And
Yeah,
but
about
100
like
pounds, 100 feet up in the air. I mean, it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it is. It's about like the pumpkin chunking, man. Anybody watch that?
Oh, hell yeah.
That's
I
what
watch that shit.
Yeah, it's pretty.
I love it. I love watching them make the trebuchets. I like it because, you know what? All these designs were once used for war, except for the air cannons, and you can still use those for the exact same thing.
Yeah, is that? Yeah.
So those of us that can't buy military items, like, we can come up with our own, you know.
Yeah, somebody had.
HDP just posted a video. I think he sighted Bigfoot somewhere up there in Nevada. I didn't get a chance to watch it. It just hit my thing, but he's got a Bigfoot sighting video.
Is that up there by Rebel's house or something?
Yeah, that's up in northern Nevada. They live near each other. So let me go say hi to. Let me refresh the page here and go say hi to people in the chat room. Do you have a who's got a spud gun, potato gun, or whatever?
That sounds like something fun to build too. It's not really too difficult.
They're real easy, man.
I was wondering about projectiles. I mean, you know, you sit there and lose golf balls and tennis balls and all that shit. Can you form them out of clay or something like that and just launch clay balls, and then you could have a ready
I just
to
use
fly?
potatoes. They don't call it a potato gun for nothing.
Yeah, but getting the bore size, right? You know, potatoes are all different sizes, but
well, you make it a little smaller in diameter, and you have a plunger, and you just you force feed the potato in. It'll peel off something on the outside, and it's organic.
Form it in there, yeah.
Right, it forms to the barrel, giving it a better seal anyway, right? And then you plunge it all the way down to the breech, and then what I use is hairspray, right? Hairspray and a little igniter off a barbecue grill, and I just spray the chamber, seal it up, press the trigger, doof, off it goes.
And back in the 60s, we used to make them by taking beer cans, and back then the beer cans had a rim on the top and the bottom, so you cut the tops and bottoms out, and then you just tape them all together into a stack. And then you made kind of a little special combustion chamber at the bottom. Then we'd put a tennis ball can, kind of made it at the mouth of the thing. And you'd launch a tennis ball damn near a block. It was pretty fun.
Oh, hell yeah, I made those too.
You use liquid lighter fluid, so.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, well, no, so much fun.
I always found an aerosol worked better even then. That's where I learned my aerosol trick. Yeah, I'll be right back.
Even the high school physics teacher, they had those things, and they're letting the high school kids play with these cannons, so that was kind of fun. But I was just wondering about the potato gun, if you made something like clay balls and then let them dry it in the sun so they got good hard, if they make worthwhile projectiles for anti-personnel or something. Of course, I suppose river gravel would work fine too if you had a sifter, or you can get pick out the right diameter. This thing freeze up, don't hear anybody.
No, it didn't freeze there. I think everybody's just quiet.
Yeah. Okay, wake up, everybody. They're gonna start saying this chat's boring.
So where's your kids killing themselves over the door?
Oh, the other night, yeah, it's just the nephews were here playing with my boy, and they keep warning him about fighting with a door. Someone's either going to smash a toe or a finger, and my boy got his toenail clobbered, and it was all kind of red and bleedy around the edges, and I go, well, you learned your lesson, I guess.
Jeff got real quiet there, too, and muted his mic. I'm not sure where he went. Maybe they're all going to the little girl's room.
Yeah. I don't know, the internet's been kind of flaky this evening. Not getting shit for bandwidth. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just reading some of the YouTube chat here. It's pretty funny.
Where are you up in Canada?
I'm in London, Ontario. So.
Oh, London. Okay.
Are you familiar with that? Yeah.
Oh, when I was little, I took a couple of vacations where we went to Niagara Falls and we went through London. I remember hanging out there. They had a nice Holiday Inn with an indoor swimming pool, so I remember that.
Yeah. We got so many freaking motels and hotels in this place, but no, geographically we're about as far north or as far south as Toronto or as Detroit is. So, if you look on the map, we're pretty much equal.
Yeah, just to enjoy those lake effect snows.
Yeah, well, it doesn't hit us as much as like places like Hamilton and stuff like that, but we get some of it.
Yeah, like you hear stories about Buffalo getting 3 feet snowfalls, it'd be pretty regular kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm gonna do a couple quick shout outs, and yeah, I've been to Buffalo many times. That's where I used to go to Canada, so I know pretty much where you're at. So. Good. But Southern Style 357's out there, Whiskey 5A's out there. The Not Perfect one is out there. What's up? Not Perfect. And no, the CWW taught me how to put the chat back where it belongs, where you guys can watch the video and chat it up in there. So thank the CWW for that. Prelude Preppers out there, Ace Van Ruin, Bitchy Bitch is still sticking in, fucking trolling like a crazy person. Let's see. Wow, they're all having some talk there. Homesick for Alaska, Sticky Fingers is still in. Wow. Tommy Two Guns, SKS Hugo. Johnny Master's done arms. You know, if Classy Revamp T, you're not spam, so I'm going to not spam you and show. How you doing, kiddo? All you did was say what's up, so. Oh, listen to this. Tommy Two Guns, a beaver boy, too. He likes killing beavers. I like eating beavers, not killing them so much. But.
Heck, that's our national thing up here. Beavers in Canada.
Damn right.
Yeah, make clothing out of
them. Most of your women like to make you dig for it, too. They like to keep that shit long, so you got to trim it down a little bit up there. I guess they keep it furry for warmth.
That's right.
No, we were talking about Buffalo, New York, or Niagara Falls. There's a suspension bridge that crosses the river just downstream from Niagara Falls. I don't know if you're familiar with that. Okay, and then there's a bell tower, I think on the one end of the bridge or something like that. Somehow, somebody my parents knew hooked us up, so when we arrived there, we got a tour of the bell tower, and the guy that plays the bells, he was there, and he showed us how they hit these levers, to make the bells ring, and that was pretty cool.
Right on.
And that bell tower, I think it's appeared in a like an Alfred Hitchcock movie or something like that. There's one of those old movies from the late 50s, early 60s, where there's something happens there. It's just kind of neat.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know why, but we're getting a lot of movies being done in this area lately.
Cheap. It can pass for America, and it's cheaper than filming in America.
Yeah.
Yeah, they move it out of Hollywood or something.
Well, that's why most shows that are supposedly take place in New York actually take place in Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's supposed to be like nicer parts of New York, they shoot in Quebec. So. But I hated fucking Quebec. I can't speak a lick of. That's why I ended up taking French in high school. Was because I went to a hockey game in Quebec one time. Fuck.
Yeah, we went to Expo '67 in Montreal, the World's Fair. That was kind of trippy, but I don't know. At my age, I don't know, what was I, 9 years old or something like that. I just all just shitloads of fucking people. You never got to see anything. You're always just waiting in line,
Yeah. Most of Canadians don't like Quebec.
Well, yeah, because it's like little France in the middle of fucking an English country,
Yeah, they've wanted to separate from Canada so many times there, and what makes you mad is they're part of Canada, so you go there, and a lot of them can speak English just as well as you or I can, but they won't. They'll make you try to do it in French just to be dicks.
Right.
So.
Well, that's crazy. When they changed the fucking law, English used to be your only language for everything, and then they changed the fucking law to include the French just because of those punk ass fucking Quebecians.
Yeah.
And yet, guess what? Now I got somebody else to hate on me. Hey.
People go back there.
Oui. I will join you. Oui.
I'm working on getting every fucking person in the world to hate me at one point or another.
There you go. Well, you're doing a real good job if it means anything.
Cool.
I have hole.
You don't know how anybody can hate you, brother.
I guess Montreal's set up pretty much as an underground city. It sounds like you can pretty well go from residence to work and shit all underground in the wintertime. So all the shopping and everything.
Well, they ain't stupid. They don't want to be up there either. It's cold, And hell, you go 5 foot underground and the temperature stays the same year round, steady 50. So easy way to stay warm in the winter and cool in the summer.
So I guess who's left to be pissed off?
I don't know. I'm sure. I don't think I've gotten to the Ugandans yet, or the Uruguayans. And I'm kind of loving on the Uruguayans because their president just said, "Hey, guess what? Marijuana is legal in the whole country."
And they tell the UN to fuck off.
Yeah, so I'm kind of happy with that country. I don't know if I want to piss them off. I might want to escape there when North America goes to shit. So, but
here they have it that marijuana is not legal, but it's decriminalized. And I really, to be honest with you, I don't know what the difference is, but.
Well, no, the difference is it's still a crime, but it's more like an old littering ticket kind of thing. It was nothing that it will sit on your record, but it don't mean shit. You just had to pay a fine for it. Oh,
well, I know that you can walk down the street in front of a cop and smoke a joint, but I do believe there is if you have beyond a certain weight, I think they arrest you.
Right.
But I don't know much. I'm not. I don't smoke dope or anything, so I don't really know. But that's from what I've understand, anyways.
Right.
And of course, Vancouver was the cultural capital of pot for a while there.
Yeah.
Oh fuck yeah. BC Seed Bank. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They do grow some good weed up in Canada, and some really nice hemp, commercial hemp.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are the hemp capital of North America at the moment.
The hemp kind of seems to like the more northern latitudes, and then the more equatorial regions like the reefer smoking pot. It's just, I guess they had a problem with I don't know. It was in the Mid-East. The British were trying to grow regular hemp down there, and it kept converting itself into weed, pot. So they'd have to keep bringing new, fresh seed sources back from the north.
Right. Well, I know here in Illinois, hemp grew great up until they stopped it in the 50s. You know.
Henry County's back with ditchweed.
Oh
People
yeah.
come up there. People come up there from Kentucky and pick the ditchweed, and then they're taking it back there and cutting their shit or something. Sucks to be buying that though.
Right. But you know, when they finally do, which they're trying to do, make hemp legal again for commercial use, I think it's going to be a big boon to the economy of these farm places. The only thing that sucks is there's so few family farms anymore. It's all fucking corporate farms, or the corporations lease the farms and pay the farmers to work their own land, or what used to be their land.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it's like modern day sharecroppers here in the fucking United States.
But the fucking hemp shit, they could be growing along the highway right-of-ways and shit like that, you know, and just rotate it in with other stuff. And
But then
lots
who's
of
gonna?
acres that could be.
But who's gonna get to harvest and make you know, be a
Well, just under
capitalist with that
contract.
shit?
Yeah, it's just under contract, whoever the contract to do it. But I'm just thinking there's
Yeah.
lots of, it'll grow in places that are underutilized or whatever, you know.
Well, I'd like to see it grown instead of this GMO corn and soybean that's being grown here in Illinois. So,
Well, I tell you,
China's turning back boatloads of GMO corn.
I was actually surprised at all the shit that the hemp can be made into. It can be made into frickin' anything.
yeah, it's well, and that was the fight. The reason why hemp became criminalized, it wasn't over dope smoking fucking Mexicans. You know, it was over the fact that the oil companies and the paper companies all knew that hemp was a natural resource, that renewable resource that could be turned into all these products that are now made from petroleum and you know, tree products. You know what I'm saying? You can make all that same shit from hemp.
Wasn't the company wasn't they one of the leading supporters of banning hemp?
Yeah, DuPont. Yeah.
Yeah, they had all the synthetic products that replace all that shit.
Yeah, and what they were doing was they were replacing products that were made from the cellulose of the hemp seed shell and the oil that was made from the seed itself, right? And the paper industry hated the fact that the hemp fibers are stronger and moisture resistant and all that. So same with the cotton industry. Again, hemp fibers are much stronger and better than cotton, and they're more resistant to all kinds of natural chemicals and oils. So that means it's, you know, your pants would be lasting longer if they were made out of hemp canvas than they would out of cotton canvas. And of course, if you only buy them once every 10 years, how can the company make a profit? Whereas if you have to buy it once every 6 months, well, they stay in business.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, let's see.
I was thinking there was a guy in Missouri had a hemp mobile or something like that. We were supposedly driving it on hemp seed oil. That was kind of cool.
Yeah, you just need to add a little benzene to it, and then it runs like gasoline.
Reminds me of Cheech and Chong's van they made out of weed.
Cheese and Chong's are great.
Well, Ford made a car out of hemp.
You gonna eat that?
So, I just sent Ron Young a link. He wanted to come in. Wanted to see WW. But yeah, Ford made one of his Model Ts out of hemp. Hemp and steel.
They use fiber for insulation and reinforcement in concrete, and then like the inside, the woody parts that can be used as I suppose turn it into methanol or burn it as a fuel as is.
Yeah, there's so many good uses. Hempcrete, it's beginning to become known here in America, but it's been known in Europe for quite a while. That shit's so much stronger than any other concrete we've ever come up with that it's like a miracle building material. You know, it's
So
high
then
insulation, moisture resistant. It's just amazing.
Yeah, there's contractors in the Northwest that are licensed to use hempcrete for building houses with. Saw a documentary on that.
But
What's
why
up,
are they
guys?
so into banning it then?
That's all
Just
right.
because things last longer?
Well, no, but remember, we're talking about the robber barons of the early 20th, late 19th century. These people,
DuPont, Hirsch.
yeah, they did not want anything squeezing in on their profit. Kind of like the robber barons of today. You know,
DuPont
not,
wouldn't have grown the way it did, and if you see out here in Central Illinois, some of these DuPont factories and shit are huge. If hemp wouldn't have been made illegal, they would have never grew.
not in that way. You know, and that's true of a lot of chemical companies, like timber companies and paper companies and things like that. And remember, I mean, it's just when we're lucky, we're far enough back to where we can get at least a glimpse of the overlook of history, and they did it for purely financial reasons, you know. So, and look at the oil companies. I mean, they're the ones that have, you know, they make billions off of subsidies and just what the prices they charge for oil, and all the shit they got to come up with to turn oil into gasoline, or the plastics that we use today that are all made from, you know, oil, right? That used to be made from hemp. Well, hemp is a renewable source, and it is a better source. So they don't like that. They have exclusivity with using oil and making us need it for everything, you know?
How greedy people are.
Somebody brought up a GMO pot. Of course, you got the traditional breeding techniques, but that might be something to be more concerned about in the future with genetically modified organisms as pot. But
right.
I suppose if you start getting a standard brand like Marlboro joints or whatever, you know, where it's every pack's the same, then you might want to
lose. Oh, we lost
that kind
Ron.
of shit.
Well, Ron, you got the link, and everybody's been having a little bit of connection problems, so come on in whenever you're ready, buddy.
All those damn iPads they sold for Christmas, everybody's fucking online and hogging all the bandwidth now.
Ain't that the fucking truth?
There was an interesting story about it. I always wondered where the skunky pot came from. You know, it came out of Amsterdam. I'm not sure what era that was, but late 80s or something, 90s, where everybody started getting the really stinky skunky pot. And I kept thinking it was just a conspiracy by the DEA to make it easier to find how stinky it is. But then it actually turned
it was just through hybrid and crossbreeding and shit. And, you know, I mean, some of it was natural. I mean, if you go over to, if you go down into Jamaica or the Caribbean, you know, just from some of their soil, it ends up being a natural scent, right? Lamb's breath. That shit's some stinky, skunky shit. And, my God, is it awesome. I miss that stuff. But
I don't know if anybody knows who Ed Rosenthal is. He's a longtime writer for High Times Magazine. I had a chance to call him one time and talk to him, and I brought up the same theory about how it was a conspiracy, you know, that manipulating the pot, you know, making it skunky and shit. And he says, no, that's a bunch of bullshit. And then a couple of years later, a story did come out that there was actually a scientist that was hired by the drug companies and the DEA to infiltrate the Amsterdam breeding market, and they were trying to make Terminator pot, basically, that even if it made seeds, it couldn't be reproduced like they do with the GMO corn and shit. So they were preparing to corner the market somehow through their products. You know? So,
yeah, but see, that's the thing. Once they made it outlaw, once they made it black market, it's all over the world.
Yeah, they can't get rid of it. No way they're going to get rid of the black market.
Amsterdam never really held a candle to fucking Humboldt County, okay? So even if they would have gotten into the Amsterdam market, Humboldt County was a totally different breed. You know, they do their own shit out there, and they're very secretive about it. Yeah, I'm going to do some quick shout-outs. Let's see. We got Amsterdam Kush in here. How's it going, Amsterdam? Bitchy Bitch. Oh, I need to pay attention to y'all, huh? Feeling bad? What are you? Homesick for Alaska. Grit Biscuit. Stu Zap USA, yeah, hemp. Our Constitution was written on it, and our Declaration of Independence.
That's cool.
But let's see, the political port's still in. Hey, TPP, I did send you a link, TPP, if you want to come join us. No pressure though. Trying to get this fucking thing to work now. The fuck. Trying to scroll up and it's not doing it. Son of a bitch, I got this thing. Unless you're reading the chat room, Jim, if you want to do the shout-outs.
No, my eyes are too tired to read all the names, but of course we got our troll still in there. I don't have to mention his name. Amsterdam Kush seems to like the conversation about cannabis, and John Hendon, and let's see who else we got here. Homesick for Alaska's in there. Oh, I have a hard time reading some of this. Grit Biscuit and
Who's taking pictures?
Oh, I don't even know. Hi.
a political port still hanging in there.
Oh, that was Toppy.
Optimus Android 26.
Trying
Nah.
out the effects thing.
No, I ain't taking pictures, bro. I'm just I'm flipping through. I'm new
Right.
to it. I'm just saying. Well,
And this
Damn,
thing
I keep doing-
changes all the time. You know,
Nah,
it
it's
drives me crazy.
A capture app. I don't know
How do
why.
you- let's see. How do you get it off? Oh, there it is.
Go
Okay.
to like Toolbox or the chat room
Okay.
itself.
You just click it again. It's down now, I think.
Right. So
Where
there
are
we go. It's working again.
We're all the usual Green Dragon suspects. Everybody's AWOL, the usual ones.
Well, we got some new people in, even
No, they're welcome.
trolls. What? Where you going? Is it that time? Yeah, I guess it is. And damn it, see, I'm not doing this anymore. Somebody was able to remove their comment. So I don't like that shit. I'd rather see him. So we did have somebody new in. There it is, Eric Larson. How you doing, Eric? GMO pot and Atomic Bulls is in. Yeah, I don't want GMO pot, but I could talk weed all day. I love the weed. DF2 Dot is in, and he's being shown as spam, which he is not. I'm on a wanted poster in Uganda. Yeah, probably after that last chat. Thanks, DF2 Dot. You made me laugh. Why do they keep showing Classy Revamped T as a goddamn... See, I'm going back to the new chat room next time. So...
Why? What problem you having?
Well, it's just people are... First of all, on the new one, they're not able to take down their comments. Once you say it, you're stuck. Right?
Uh-huh.
And you're able to post links there. Not just the chat room, but I also like to, when we get in good conversations and we start referencing stuff, we can throw the link down into the external chat the same way we can do it in the internal chat. And so the people in the chat room can see exactly what we're talking about and tell us if we're full of shit or not.
Yeah.
Because they're the keepers of truth per se. They double check us when we don't have a devil's advocate here on the panel. They, if we talk too much shit, they definitely let us know that we're full of shit. So
Yeah.
I like being able to keep them up and in on it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, but still, like, we are missing some of our usual suspects.
Well, Kansas was in earlier there. I seen him.
Holy shit! 10 thumbs down. Wow, we're that's cool. You know what? Until Stinger went off.
Yeah,
Thumbs down on the Green Dragon. So this is he was doing shit with the wife or something. I sent him a link when he's done. He'll come in.
Yeah, he's in now.
That's him, ain't it?
Is he? Oh, what's up, Sting?
Clark
there
and
you go.
Desardi, I think, still got live chats going on, but I don't see any other ones.
Yeah. Did anybody go watch? I didn't get a chance to. Did American Warning have anything going on today? If not, I want to shout them out. Check them off.
He's not doing another show until next Sunday. Took a break.
Oh, okay. Cool. But I always like his stuff. I'm always sorry when it conflicts, but I can always go watch his shit later. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I always like American Warning TV. They got a way of doing things their way, but they always got a lot of great information.
What's up, Mule?
Hey, how's it going, Sting?
Not bad.
Hey, we've been having this troll looking for you, dude.
Oh, yeah?
It's kind of funny, but the fucking chat room's been lighting these motherfuckers up. I think it's that fucking dude from England and shit. But yeah.
Yeah, I haven't heard from him. He hasn't commented on any of my videos recently, which is...
That is surprising.
No, he's asked for you about 8 times in chat.
If that's him, yeah, he's looking for you, buddy.
He said he'd get in here if you showed up. So.
Oh, sweet. Man, you know, I'm so tired of that shit, though, really. It's like, can't I just sit back and enjoy talking with people? Does it have to be a whole thing? Can't we all just get along?
Well, start singing Kumbaya, buddy.
That's what I'm saying.
Here, let me do some touchy. I'll do touchy on this side and feelie on this side.
Hey, don't be feeling or touching anything over here.
I can't. You're in Arizona.
God. But aren't you thinking about moving? That's some scary shit.
So, anybody who wants... Hey, what's up, John Hendon? If anybody wants... I did post a link in the side chat, but you got to add your own HTTP, whatever.
That link actually didn't work. Intendio tried it too. He said it didn't work. I tried it. It didn't work. That's why I contacted you through other means.
Oh, okay. See, that sucks.
Yeah,
okay,
it does
so
suck.
Thanks, Chat Window Warriors, for showing me how to get back to what I really do like. But if I can't post links, I'm going to go back to the new shit.
Yeah, you want me to try posting it again? Just copy
Yeah,
in from
you can give it a shot.
Yeah.
I tried earlier and I couldn't do it either.
And that's the way it used to be.
Actually, it came up like some error. It was going to try to join the conference, but then it just died out, and it said error.
Huh.
So it's not like it's a bad link or anything.
It says no web addresses.
Yeah. So, and if I can't, I mean, you guys know how it is. It was getting. I wish they could get the best of both worlds. Have that shit right back where it belongs, and let me post links, because that add-on they did with the G Plus or whatever I think has been really helpful and really cool.
Yeah, if the chat window could just be a little more responsive, I guess that would be the icing on the cake, I suppose.
Yeah, but then
you can choose what you want out of it.
Right, right.
This way, but you want to allow links.
That's the answer, man. Choice.
Isn't it always? That's why it ain't working now. We only got 2 choices. That's like saying you want to have, either vanilla or chocolate for the rest of your fucking life.
Right.
Yeah.
Sorry, no strawberry swirl for you.
But on that subject, there was somebody, a bitchy bitch actually, and I don't actually know if that person's a troll, but they did bring up a legitimate subject about that. It's like getting involved at your local level. I know I'm not going to be the one to go out there and go to town hall meetings and fundraise for politicians or whatever. What's your guys' thought on that?
I haven't. I've never found a politician I liked enough to do it. Ron Paul came close.
The more I think about it, I think that is the problem. You just don't find a politician you like. Yeah.
But I do try and go to community stuff. Like if the senator comes down or whatever and is going to hold a town hall meeting, I'll go to that because there's shit I want. If I want my voice heard, I will. Plus, I just want to see who the opposition are, who the people.
Yeah, see, I'm still kind of getting to that stage of not believing that the system works anymore, but I'm still fighting it. Kind of like I'll still go and try to support things. I go to the Tea Party meetings around here once in a while, and I don't know. I still try to believe in it until it's time to do something about it, I guess.
After the shutdown, I kind of gave up belief in it, but actually watching American Morning TV, he's like, you can get involved at the local level. And bitchy bitch, brings it up again. It's something I never really considered. I kind of gave up on the system too, but maybe it does start down lower. I always believed in grassroots movements and, people like us that get together. That's grassroots to me. We're not trying to vie for position here. We're just trying to come to some common terms on what we all agree
that's
on.
what the whole American experiment was supposed to be about anyways, having the states as their individual countries, and the federal government was just supposed to keep them all together and keep them safe.
Yep. Promote a healthy economy.
Right. That's why it was supposed to be. You go from one state to the other, and that's like a whole different country. They have to get extradition stuff. They can't chase you cross county or state lines.
And then you got federal law enforced with guns across the whole nation.
Yeah. I mean, I think once the speed limit, once the speed limit thing of 55 or whatever or 65 got passed countrywide, that was pretty much the end of states' rights. I don't know a lot about that subject, but from what I've heard.
Yeah.
I was watching a bunch of videos today, and I'm really liking that Rand Paul guy.
Really? See, after the shutdown, I believed in Rand Paul. I believed in Ted Cruz. I said, this is it. Shutdown is going to prove something. It proved nothing except that they can shoot an American citizen at the footsteps of our Capitol, and nobody does anything about it. You never hear about it again.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I heard about it at all, actually, to be honest.
Yep. Shot a lady in her car with children in the back. Right
Oh,
at
yeah, the lady who was supposedly running.
Right. Whatever
Yeah,
she was doing, they shot her dead.
Yeah, we participated in something that was kind of fun. We called it the tyranny response team. Like, we have all these presidential candidates coming to Iowa. In the earlier parts of their campaigns, they don't attract huge crowds, but a good sized room full of people. But you show up at the event with flyers that say why so and so would make a bad president, and just have all these bullet points. And
Nice.
you get in there, you try to arrive by the time the massive influx of people are showing up, and you just start passing out all these flyers as fast as you can, because once the campaign staff find out what you're doing, of course they're going to ask you to leave, but by then it's usually too late. And then these people, they read these flyers, and it destroys their base in that county, and they ain't going to get any support out of that county.
Yeah, I think local level is still the best way to go, though, because those are the ones that affect us the most.
Right. That's where we're going to see change, Unfortunately, you only see it every election cycle, but if there's going to be any change, it's got to start. I have to think it's got to start there. Yeah, there was a guy been educating me on Texas. I can't remember. Oh, his name's Coldplay. He's a chat window warrior, but he's been educating me on. I'm in Texas, on who's running for governor, and he's like, this person's been for gun rights since day one. So it's kind of, like I said, it's good to get to meet people and get educated in that way as well. Open your mind a little bit.
I know most of you, but I don't know the guy with the backwards hat.
It's Toppy. Redneck Gun Club.
Oh, Red Gun Club. Yeah, I've seen you before. Well, I haven't seen you on here. I don't know.
That's right. Yeah, I'd like to say thank you, brother. I know I told you one time, you probably done forgot, but I seen you vaping about 8 months ago. Turned me on to vaping. I've been smoke free 7 months.
Right on.
That's
Wish
right.
I could say the same.
I've been smoking for 20-something years, and I'll never know the day I'm going to quit, but
try it.
I'm telling you, brother. I smoked since I was 15 years old. I smoked a pack and a half, 2 packs a day, and like I said, I ain't touched a cigarette in 7 months.
Good deal, man. Good deal.
For me, every once in a while, at least a long time ago, I'd have to have a cigarette just to remind myself why I didn't want to smoke anymore. And boy, whew, the nastiness of that later on. And unfortunately, I was waiting on my new device to come in the mail, and my wife stole my Vamo, and so I had to get through a couple days on cigarettes, and so can't say 7 months anymore, but hopefully no more.
Yeah.
Is that the new iTaste?
Yeah, the iTaste, shit, I don't even know.
MPV?
Maybe.
Yeah.
So what do you do when you're out and about,
Yeah.
Hey, Redneck, why don't you show Stinger what you made there?
Yeah, I was going to tell you, bro, which I didn't know you was doing the MPV there, but...
I don't even know if it's the MPV, but yeah, it's something.
I make the Kydex holsters. I said for turn me on, I'll send you one if you want one. This is for the Vamo.
Sure.
It's a neck holster like I got.
Right on.
Yeah. Like I said, if you lose your vaporizer a lot like I do, hey, there you go, bro.
I've never lost my Vamo. On the other hand, I can't say the same for my wife and her little iTaste, whatever. What one was that?
My iTaste?
Yeah, you had a different iTaste, didn't you?
Yeah, I have the variable wattage one. I don't
yeah, it was kind of, I don't know, remember what it was called, but it was a little squared one. It looked like an Ego, but square.
Yeah. Well, I ain't got none for the MBV, but or the Anokin you smoking there, but if she wants one for the Vamo, like I say, I mowed them where they won't turn the buttons on. Pretty good retention. But it's just a Kydex holster,
Yeah, I can try it out. If nothing else, I can put it on my Stinger's Vaping channel and point people your way if you're interested in that.
Yeah, like I say, bro, I just really done it for my personal use. But if you want one, I'll hook you up though.
All right, I'll shoot you my address or something later.
Yeah, cool.
Thank you very much. I appreciate
And
that.
I know Mark too. If he wants one, I send him one too. I know he got the Vamo. So.
Yeah, I finally talked his ass into getting one. He was still rocking the Volcano until recently.
Yeah, I like the Vamo. Oh, I just
How
went
much
to the
does
mods. I'm sub-ohm now, so everything I do is sub-ohm mods, you know. So
You do a
how much
sub
would
on a Vamo?
no, sub-ohm. I got the. This is the Camry K100.
All right. It depends on the device you want on how much they cost. The Vamo, I think, with batteries, charger, and all that was like $60 for me.
Yeah.
And then maybe $5 for the juice. And depending on how you vape, that juice can last you a week or it can last you a couple weeks. The best place to go for juice that I've found so far, at least for price and taste, really, is Azure Vaping. And I could probably send you a link to that. I don't know. How do you spell that, hon?
What?
How do you spell Azure Vaping?
AZUREVAPING.
Thanks for spelling it so fast. So yeah, that.com or just search for that on Google. They have the big bottles. I think I have one here somewhere.
No, here you got big balls.
Bottles.
Bottles. Oh, okay.
Jeez, everything's got to be a dick joke.
Well, hell, I just came back, so I had to go hit the
How much did you pay for yours, Stinger? Your
hit the
vape?
dragon room.
Well, I originally had the Vamo, and as I said, I got it for about $60. I believe this one was about $100. But the reason I got this one is, well, it's more durable, and it'll take all the devices that the other one took, but it has like this sleeve area right here, keep it a little bit more protected.
Does it have a USB port on the bottom?
No, in fact, I like the ones with the external batteries. Actually, there's the battery port right there.
Damn.
And if the battery dies on this, I just replace the battery for like, what was it, like $8, I think, for a battery, versus having to buy a whole new device. My wife had the iTaste one where it was internal, and it started not keeping a charge very well, so she had to throw that. Well, she lost it anyway, but I mean, she would have had to throw that away and get it a Vamo anyway.
What kind of tank you running, Stinger?
This one is just a rebuildable IGO L.
Okay.
This did come with its own tank, though. That was one of the benefits of getting, why it was so expensive. It comes with, what's this one called, huh?
Oh, that's the iClear.
The iClear?
Yeah.
It comes with the iClear with the little adjustable tip that you can bend whichever direction you want.
Yeah. That's what I got too. I really like the iClear. This is what I take to work every day. Is the iClear.
The only problem that I have with these, though, is they flood. And they drip the juice down the air hole all over my device.
Yeah.
Which really sounds disgustingly dirty. But.
I was gonna say you guys sound like you're talking about a porn movie.
But I know I want to pick up one of those that you can smoke weed out of. No, seriously, I'm not
They
joking.
got 'em. Now they
I
got
know
'em.
they do.
I've smoked them. I mean,
I know they do.
So this
It's
size
crazy.
of bottle,
Yeah.
from Alien Visions, this costs like $5, whereas this one from Azure Vaping, this one costs $20. Much more juice, which it's empty, but much more juice
Right.
than this one. So that's why I go to
For
Azure
your
Vaping.
money. But I know I was looking online because they do make one that you can burn herbal things in.
Mm-hmm.
So that I'm looking at, and it has multiple tops, right? One you can do the juice, another you can do. They make that waxy substance or whatever that you can vape out of. Looks like little. Anyway, or you can do herbal shit, and I'm looking into it.
Yeah, the
Yeah, I built
best
my
thing
own.
to get is that right there, mule, and it'll do all of it.
Will
It'll
it?
do oil, dry, or or you could drip just regular vaporizer.
Finally.
Sweet. Is
Yeah,
that
see,
whiskey?
What's up, man? Finally got on video. Had to send myself that link, man.
What's up, bud?
What's up, guys?
How you doing?
Good. Good to see everybody. You knew that was me that was on there too, right? With the icon, with the avatar.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
How you been, bro?
Huh?
How you been?
Good, man. Got back from visiting my dad for the holidays. Listening in on the vaporizer conversation because it can only be good for you. You know, it's like buying a Glock, man. It's too practical not to do it.
Well, and I want to quit
saved
smoking. You know, cigarettes, tobacco. So, and I've watched Stinger do it for over a year with his vapor, or just about a year. I remember when he started with the thing, and he's done quit. Another friend of mine in my real world has done the same thing, and he's been smoke-free for almost a year now. I've got to put a little more effort into it, that's for sure.
No shit,
Not to mention,
man.
you can
It's a
save
mind thing too. It's all in our head, man.
Hmm.
You can save a lot of money doing it too. I used to spend $90 every week on cigarettes for me and my wife, and we spend now like $20 every 2 weeks for the juice.
What the fuck?
That's me, bro. I went from I was spending $70 a week to this little bottle which I use, Mount Baker Vapor.
Yeah, they're good.
You
I
can
did a lot of reviews.
get that little bottle for $4.99, and it lasts me about 2 weeks. So, man, I've saved a ton of money, bro. I mean, a ton. So,
What kind of investment did you put into the equipment and stuff?
basically, which I got a Vamo, but I just run mechanicals. This thing right here, the thing about a mechanical, it's just a battery and a tube. There's really no electronics in it. It's nothing that can go bad or ever go. All you ever have to do this is replace the battery.
You
Looks
do
like
those
you can't smoke pot out
with
of it.
that one?
What's
Sorry.
that now?
So it looks like you can smoke pot out of it because I'm with Mule. If I can smoke pot out of it, I'll buy one.
Oh, fuck yeah.
That's a motivation to buy one.
And I've been smoking weed since I was 11. I'm going to be 48 next year, you know? So that's the longest relationship I've ever had in my life other than with wife. So,
So can you
And
do
I
those
plan on-
that one? Sorry, I gotta interrupt you some time there, Mule.
go ahead.
Can you do like the big clouds with that one, since you can do a sub-ohm and...
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. What?
See, now on this, I'm going to have to pack another bowl just out of jealousy.
You're gonna have
Me too.
a vape off. Holy crap!
Man, look at that smoke, man. See that?
Right? That's like a bong hit. Fuck.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I had to lower my nicotine levels because I go with an enlarged air hole.
Right? Yeah, I bet you were getting a nicotine buzz, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, you will do that.
Another bonus, you know?
Yeah, when you go up to, I started out with a Vamo and actually Vivi Nova, which is a pretty simple, cheaper tank. And then I was on 24 milligrams of nicotine, and another buddy on here turned me on to that, the mechanical and the sub-ohms, and I about overdosed on nicotine the first night. So, yeah.
Well, there's a little weed smoke for y'all. So.
Yeah, man.
It don't look as good as that vapor smoke, though. That shit looks nice and thick, dude.
Oh, it's thick, man.
Yeah, and you're not combusting in your throat, so inhaling combustible materials.
On top of that, the way my heat is, it's very dry in my house, so that would actually help me a little bit. Add some moisture. Lots of boiling water and shit. And,
I think
you know,
Pippin Glock can take
moisture in there.
vaporizers as well.
Yeah, I tell you, man, if you'll get you a vaporizer, and if you'll go with like 24 milligrams of nicotine, and when you get the urge to smoke, you just vape the hell out of this thing.
Yeah.
And
it's craving.
Yeah, and it will work. And if you can make yourself go without a cigarette for about 5 to 7 days, you won't smoke another cigarette. You'll light
Nice.
that bastard up, and it'll be so nasty you'll put it out between halfway. So
Yeah, for me, I was like, why the hell did I ever start smoking? It's so gross.
me too, man. I mean, seriously.
Nice, man.
And
Good feeling. I haven't had that feeling in decades.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
E-cig,
and,
I smoked the shit out of that thing, man.
yeah.
Well,
See, e-cig to me, the ones they first come out with, just a little like this.
Yeah, I tried those originally. Those suck because you have to get the replacement cartridges and shit.
Yeah, that right there, man, tastes like, I mean, ass. It tastes like ass. And this stuff I make is, it all tastes good, man. This is actually my homemade juice. And
You're DIYing your juice?
yeah, I make my own. This is a pina colada, bro. This is a cherry and coconut pina colada. It's the bomb right here. I call it the cherry bomb. It's pina colada cherry bomb.
I'm going to do some quick shout outs, but it seems like we weren't controversial enough for Bitchy Bitch. So, but she's leaving. Amsterdam Kush is out there. Stu's at USA is out there. Paul Pinkston's out there. Optimus Android. Fringe Sniper. Atomic Bulls. Let's see.
How are we doing for thumbs down?
We got 10 of them.
10.
All right.
American Republican Army, he wants us to talk about,
Hey.
or she wants us to talk about how to tip over MRAPs.
You can still blow vapos.
Northwest Indiana Preppers out there. What's up, Joe? You want a link? I'll just send you a link. John Hendon's out there. Car Carrier's out.
Cool.
So, and QC Hemp put a link in there. Tommy Two Guns.
Yeah, if you guys are
we were talking
interested,
guns in there for a while.
if you guys are interested in getting into vaping, I would suggest you check out Smoke Tech. I already forgot his name. He might know. You know it, Mule. What is it?
Oh, the Gear Channel guy? Damn.
Just sat down. The one that's giving me that thing.
Yeah. How much would it
Toffee.
cost to get started?
Toffee? Yeah. Oh,
The place I like to go to buy my vaping supplies is smoketech.com. It's spelled a little funky. And you can, as I said, you can get a Vamo and get started in that relatively cheaply, less than what you would pay for a week's worth of cigarettes.
oh. I guess Smoke Tech's okay if you want it pretty fast. But I was trying to think of that other company. It takes a few weeks to get it, but you can get the shit like half or a quarter of what you pay for at other places.
Yeah, I'm really scared when it comes to those kind of places, though, that I haven't heard of before. Because some of them are some pretty bad knockoffs.
This is Fast Tech. And everything you see here that I've got comes Fast Tech. And if you was talking about blowing clouds, let me get it. That's the Chi Yu clone. Son, you talking about blow some clouds. That's the dude that'll do it.
Yeah, I'd love to do that.
Yeah.
Man, I wish Rebel was in here. I want to find out which one his wife has. Hers looks cool. That thing looks like a fucking Gatling gun.
Yeah, I'm going to be getting a new mod myself that looks like a 50 cal BMG.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, I would have gotten it already, except for they're out of stock. I gotta wait for them to send me an email.
Where'd you find that at, Stinger?
Actually, my wife found it, so I don't know where you found it, hon.
I have to look it up again.
She'll have to look it up.
Okay.
How's Riddle Gore doing?
Busy?
She's busy.
Work.
Hey, Stinger, I gotta give it to you. Oh, I was watching some of your videos today, and one of your first vaping videos, you had some cool hairdo happening.
That's what happens when you let your 12-year-old daughter, after she's dyed her hair, say, "Hey, Dad, you want me to dye your hair too?"
Oh, I remember that too. Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah.
God, I gotta delete that shit. That's
No, you looked great as a pseudo blonde.
Yeah. I kind of look like that one chef that's now doing some sort of reality show thing. I can't even remember. Gunn or something. I have no idea what his name is.
Right. I don't either. I don't watch those. I don't watch much TV, period. So, yeah, I know who you're talking about. I know the guy you're talking about.
Didn't he do like a game show though recently?
Yeah, he's got some kind of food game show going on right now.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. And he used to be the guy that just went around to places I like to eat. You know, the hole in the wall shacks that make really good food, but they're reasonable. What the hell is that guy's name?
Oh,
Anyway.
Guy Fiero?
That's it, Guy Fiero.
Hey, Neil, somebody in the chat window said you need a moderator in your chat, man.
I'm supposed to be it. It ain't happening. In the chat room window or in here?
In the chat window. I thought it was funny too, man, because, you know, moderator in Green Dragon Tavern chat.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah, they obviously haven't been in with the Green Dragon long if they think that would actually work. I can't even moderate myself. How the fuck can I moderate other people?
Not to mention with some of the yahoos you let in here. You have low standards, man.
I really do, man. But you know what? I got lots of friends in low places, so that's why I'm most comfortable there. So I'm gonna do. Let's see. Jeff Extra Large 12 joined us. Hey, Riddle Girl joined us. What's up, Riddle Girl? How you doing, kiddo?
Alright.
A chat person that can shout right back at you that quick.
Northwest Indiana Prepper, I sent you one through G Plus on your account. So I don't know if that's a help, but I'm sorry, and this is for every fucking person on the planet. I can't control YouTube or G Plus. I send out the links. I do my best to try and do it. I can't help it if it works.
You don't control this chat.
You can't even shut this down.
Yeah, you can't shut this down.
Let's not go with that crap again, please.
You're talking about the vaping stuff. If that stuff gets real popular, your corporations are going to take notice and try to shut it down.
Oh, they already are. They already are.
Yeah.
They're passing laws. They're trying to make it illegal to vape in most of the places you can't smoke, even though it's been proven that it doesn't have any second-hand effect. And they're coming after.
No, and I'll tell you how New York went about it. They said that they went against the action of smoking, not the smoking itself.
And they better ban the fog machines in bars and theaters or wherever they use these fog machines, because it's the exact same thing, just without the nicotine. And the nicotine doesn't come out of your lungs; it's just the vapor.
Yeah, well, it's New York City is the fucking place all that shit starts in this country, or California, but usually it's New York, man.
Well, welcome to America, where free capitalism and, you know, a business with a new idea starts up, and then we quash it and make the big companies like Marlboro going to go ahead and take over and have their own vaping line.
They done did. R.J. Reynolds has done purchased it, so... Yeah, and if you live in the South, you already done seen them. There's merch, vaping commercials. It's more or less this shit. It's the blue,
I've seen
the blue
that.
line.
Yeah,
so you're fixing to start see R.J. Reynolds really pushing the vaping. I see one on TV now. It's about if you want to enjoy the cigarette without the offensive odors and, you know, bothering the folks around you.
Oh, yeah, that one with Jeremy McCarthy.
Yeah, blue's your new choice, you know. So, yeah, R.J. Reynolds is really going to start pushing it because it really is going to be the thing of the future, but it's going to go way up in price. So, if you want to quit, now's the time to do it because here for long it's going to triple, quadruple price. So.
Dude, I know it's gone up. Because I haven't even done a vaping video in quite a while, and I'm like almost at 200 subs now, and I've got the one video on how to build a basic single coil. That one's like, I think, almost 6,000 views.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Well, as long as they can control the source of the nicotine, that would fuck it up if they start making laws saying you can't have nicotine.
Like he already has. He's already doing his own DIY juice. You can do that. You can buy the nicotine in volume in like a liter, and you can just make your own juice.
Yeah, say I buy.
They make it difficult to get the nicotine.
No, it ain't. It's easy to get, but all my stuff is 100% natural.
It's dangerous though to mess with straight up nicotine.
It is. Let me go on and say, this shit will kill you.
Yes.
5 drops of this directly to your skin will kill you.
Yeah.
So it is very poisonous and it's toxic. So if you're gonna do this, you really need to read in and do some research on it because this shit will kill you. So
That's the
Well,
only
so
reason
that's,
yeah,
that's the only
that's
reason
how
I
the
got
government's going to get their finger in there.
yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm fully talking
But
over you.
no, that's fine. That there I can in this juice bottle is about $1. That's about what it cost me to make this bottle of juice is $1. So and it'll last me about 2 weeks. That one
Yeah,
bottle about 2
I've
weeks.
heard of people mixing their own, and they're making it by the gallons and just storing it.
Yeah. Well, the only thing about that, the nicotine juice, they put a label on it where it goes out of date, and like this shit's good for 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, and you got to be real careful around pets and animals and children.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, expiration date, this stuff's good. Half year 2015, so it's good for 2.5, 3 years once you buy it. And it's got a born on date, tells you when it was born and all that good stuff. So
Yeah.
Now, I don't
Store it
remember,
properly and
but
probably last you longer.
well, I know that I think it was either the Anarchist Cookbook or the Poor Man's James Bond or one of those kind of books had done an assassin thing on making nicotine like that out of your cigarettes, so you could poison somebody and they wouldn't know because they were already a smoker, so they already had nicotine in their system.
yeah,
So
you drop that shit directly under the fingernails, like 5 drops of the key. I mean, it really is a straight up poison.
yeah,
And that's why you only use like a couple of drops in a whole big batch of it.
That's right. Oh, mine's 50/50. You say it's all natural, and I go about 1 meal to 15 meals. So 1 milliliter to every 15 milliliters of juice. So
wow.
yeah.
It's a very interesting thing. I've looked a lot into it. I probably could do it. I mean, I've educated myself on it. I just haven't done it because, damn, I'm not a very neat person. My house is always messed up. So the last thing I need to do is have, nicotine just laying around the house like that.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, the youngest kid I got's 12 years old, and my dog's this is my little cave, so ain't nobody in here but me, so.
Yeah, I'm lacking the cave.
So hey,
My wife gave me a corner of the dining room. Yeah.
if you guys don't mind, I'm going to ask you guys a couple questions from the chat and I'm going to do shout outs first, and then Jeff Extra Large has a question. He wants to know which is the best vapor to smoke from both of you. He's just asking. But let me shout out a couple of people in the chat room right now. Car Carrier, Jeff Extra Large, DF2 Dot, Riddle Girl, Amsterdam Kush, DJ Alkaline 1, Northwest Indiana Prepper, John Hendon. Let's see. Stuzap USA, Optimus Android, Paul Pinkston. Show Off 27 Beast, how you doing? Never seen you before. Welcome. SKS Hugo's loading the bowl and passing it touchie on the left-hand side. And that pretty much covers everybody. So what is the best, wait, Fringe Sniper. What is the best one in your guys' opinions to smoke? Is it the getting the full smoke in the lungs, so a light nicotine but a heavy vape thing, or the opposite?
That's a loaded question right there. There's a lot of options. There's a lot of options. Do you want a lot of flavor or you want a lot of vapor? If you want a lot of vapor, you go with vegetable glycerin or the VG. If you want a lot of the flavor, not so much the vapor, you go with the PG blend. I personally like more VG or more vapor because I get enough flavor. And if you're just talking about what flavor I like, my favorite flavor right now is Smooth from Azure Vaping. It's like a chocolate mint with a menthol finish.
Yeah. Yeah, like I say, there's a bunch of different flavors, but my go-to right now is it is called Berry Creamy by Mount Baker Vapor. I don't know if that'll focus.
Right, berry creamy, you said?
Yeah, Berry Creamy, and like I say, all my juice is 100%, or I get it as much vegetable glycerin as you can. So the propylene glycol, I'm gonna tell you, if you're gonna do this, do a little studying. And the propylene glycol, I ain't real crazy about vaping. Like I say, you do some reading and some studying on it,
Is
you'll
that? Well,
see
I have
my.
a question for you, Toppy. Is that a petrochemical? Because you keep saying the VG is the natural.
That's
Is that
right.
rather a man-made chemical?
It is. It's derived
Oh,
by,
so,
and it's like I say, man, it's got some crazy compounds in it. So, but let me tell you this also.
You ain't got donkey piss in it though, like
Yeah,
cigarettes.
that's right. PG, it's basically stuff that you've eaten or ingested your whole damn life. It's artificial flavoring is where you get the propylene glycol. That's why you can, very few companies even offers a 100% VG, because you're going to get the propylene glycol in the generic flavoring. And the natural oil flavoring is so much higher, so you know what I mean. But
right.
like
It's
I
more
say,
expensive to be able to buy, and you need more
Well,
to
the
be
latest
able to get the flavor. So,
yeah,
the study has vaping very safe. Well, not technically safe, but a lot safer than smoking, which is obvious because it doesn't have cyanide in it and strychnine and all the other poisons that are in regular cigarettes. I would say it's 100% safe. But as we were just talking, there's stuff that you find in your food that you buy at the store. If you buy,
exactly.
foods from the store.
right. And living isn't 100% safe, and
Yeah.
no matter
Exactly.
how much our nanny state in this country is trying to make it so, you know.
And a lot of people use it to quit. I know for a fact that at some point, I've stepped down to the lowest nicotine level, and if I really wanted to, I could probably just straight up quit.
Yeah. Well, I
But
will add. I started out at 24 milligrams, and I'm down to 6. So, my next step will be 0 nicotine just for the habit, and yeah, I'll be off of nicotine altogether. So
And then you vape just straight VG, right?
that's
Straight
right.
vegetable glycerin and
That's right.
flavoring.
And
So you
and
can.
and also, a lot of people see 100% of vegetable glycerin, you don't get as much flavoring, but that's not true. What's the actual truth? The vegetable glycerin, what takes? It's just like anything. It's like fries. If you fry food to oil, sooner or later, the first couple of fries, like if you fry fish, the first 2 times your oil won't taste like fish. The
Right.
third time it will. But what happens? This vegetable glycerin, it takes a week or two for the uh, flavoring to get saturated into the oil.
Right. To
And
infuse itself with the oil, right?
exactly right. And then once it infuses, you get a lot heavier flavor. That's why if you let this stuff steep, you'll hear a lot of people call it steeping. Basically, what you're doing, you're letting the flavors get infused into the oils, and you can taste it a lot better. So, propylene glycol straight out of the bottle, 50/50. That's why you can taste the flavor so much better right straight from the producer.
Right.
And the 100% vegetable glycerin will take a couple of weeks of steeping before you get the full flavor. So,
Boy, we should have done this as a Stinger's vaping
right, I'm
chat,
thinking
huh?
the same thing. It's turned into a vaping chat.
But that's cool. You know what? Stinger has a whole vaping channel. So if anybody is interested in this, I don't know, Toppy, if you're doing a separate vaping thing yet.
no, I'm not.
It might end up being a good idea. You and Sting get together, do
Yeah, you
some
can
chats or whatever.
come do a live chat over there sometime.
Yeah.
I'll be
But you
glad
can also
to.
keep them here. I'm interested.
Wait. We have a great question out in the chat. My wife just said, did any of us try Chantix? Yes, I did. I quit for 6 months on Chantix. I was stupid enough to have a celebration cigarette, and I started smoking again. But I tell you, I was the biggest asshole after that for, what was it, a year?
Yeah, fuck that shit, man.
Because it messed with my brain. And, at first I thought, oh, I'm just having the crazy dreams. And once I quit smoking, that'll go away. The dreams went away, but my temper and my quickness to anger did not go away for over a year.
Yeah.
And I just became a real jerk if you had talked to my wife about it. So I wouldn't.
Wow.
I would not.
So,
do Chantix.
and you've gotten over it?
Well,
Yeah, that explains a lot.
to a degree. Maybe sporadic. It comes back once in a while. I don't know, but
Yeah, on Friday nights?
Friday night. Not because I wanted it to.
I know. Hey, did anybody see that UFC fight? Anybody see what happened to fucking
I did.
fucking what's his Silva out, whatever the fuck his name is.
Anderson Silva.
There you
Yeah,
go,
rubber
Anderson Silva.
rubber leg.
Yeah, I don't
Holy
watch that
shit.
shit. I watch the WWE where the real wrestling goes on. All right.
Yeah, no, dude didn't even know he broke his fucking leg until he couldn't stand on it.
Yeah, too. He tried to put the weight on it, and then it went away.
Oh, that thing is so gross to see, but it's like a train wreck. I can't stop watching that little clip.
Yeah.
I suppose somebody is gonna make a YouTube mix out of it, where the leg will be shaking, you know, to music, dum 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 dum, boing, dum 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 dum, doing.
You said you watched that fight?
I only watched the clip. I didn't
Yeah,
get
I saw
I
it.
wasn't paying for it.
Well,
I
how
wanted to
far-
watch the fight.
How far into the match was it? Was that the first round?
Second round.
Yeah, I think it was the
Second round.
beginning of the second, like early in the second.
Yeah.
He kicked him, man, and his leg broke right over his knee.
Yeah.
Yeah, and from what I heard, Salva was losing. Salva lost the first round. It was scored 9-10 to the other kid, the young kid.
Well, to who doesn't follow that's a rematch of
Yep.
him goofing off, and he got caught. He got his ass. Well, he got knocked the fuck out.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But you know what? That's a
girl
hard
fight.
game, and Salva's getting old, especially for that game. You know what I mean?
He's 37 years old, I believe.
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
fuck you. That ain't old. Yeah.
that's fucking old in the fight game, dude.
I'm
That's old for a
36,
fucking
man.
fight.
My leg would break if I
I
kicked
could still
somebody.
be a fighter, damn it.
No, that
I'm
shit's real- that
30.
shit's
I'm
old for a fight.
37. 8. I'm 38, and I'm still fight like hell.
There you
I'll
go.
be 37 in a month.
Yeah, well, I got 10 years on all y'all, and I'll still fight. And yeah, I'm gonna go with whiskey and show a little gun porn while I talk shit.
Oh,
Man.
can I show a little gun porn too, please?
Of course you can.
Yeah, I like
Yes,
seeing
be a drum for us. Yes.
Since I've been working on it for so long, you know, finally got it done.
Right?
Yeah.
There's pretty.
Oh man. Wait a minute now.
Yeah, that was.
Tell us about it, man. A little bit about it.
I've put more money in this rifle than I'm willing to admit here on chat because I'm kind of embarrassed to say it.
Mm.
But a lot of money.
And custom artwork on there, and EOTech maybe? Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's a zombie stopper EOTech.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Yeah, I like that customization, dude.
Fucking
Definitely. That's what
And
they
it's got the, right now it's got the Bumsky slide fire stock. If you haven't seen me dump a 150 round saw mag yet, the video's on my channel.
Hey, what did your selector switch say?
Oh, it says, hold on, I'll show it to you. Live, dead, and undead.
Undead. Okay.
Sweet.
That's
So
pretty cool. Yeah. How'd you get that painted on, or was that custom? That was custom.
That is a Spikes Tactical Zombie lower, and it was all red and white, and then I changed the undead to green because I thought it looked better than the red.
Shit.
But yeah, this magazine is the one I dropped 150 rounds through.
Damn, that's crazy.
yeah, he asked the operator. He asked the operator at the range, "You mind if I do a mag dump?" And he's thinking, "Oh, you got to drop 30 rounds." Yeah, no problem. Go ahead. And then this fucking shit goes on and on and on.
Only for 15 seconds.
Hey,
Full
DJ,
auto.
go check your PM in the YT YouTube.
Yeah, DJ.
No, that's my
Yeah, glad I won.
expensive range gun.
And somebody else wanted to see, Amsterdam Kush wanted to see a cool knife. This is what I carry on my hip every day. It is my AK bayonet. This is the best all-around hard-use knife I've found in a while, and I'm really liking it.
Prize open car doors.
Dude, this thing can pry open anything, and it's cut through barbed wire fence, right? I fucking hammered nails with it. It's just a great hard-use knife that I picked up for $15, and it fits my AK. So
What's
Here's
the
my
brand?
little
Two purposes.
yeah.
Hey, Mule, do you mind if I change the subject for a quick second?
sure.
I'm just going to post in chat a link to a folder that I have on my Google Drive, and it's my library on prepping. It's over 5,000 different books and everything like that on anything of prep you can think of. There's a lot of firearm stuff in there, a lot of do-your-own stuff, and full books and everything like that. And all you guys are welcome to go in and take what you like there.
Sweet. I didn't even see. I'm such a Luddite. I didn't even know that shit was possible.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
I know Resist the Tyranny used to share a lot of books when he was on, and it's nice to have somebody doing that again.
Yeah, well, I spend a lot of time. I can't quote a whole lot, so I spend a lot of time on my computer there, and I've just weeded out the stupid shit and just got the things we can learn how to do, like make your own do-it-yourself ovens and stuff with electrical and your solar and just everything you can think of, including a lot with weapons.
Sweet. And, if you go on to the Google Plus, because you might not be able to post it in the external chat here.
I just posted it in the internal chat, but.
Okay, well then I'll take it and go post it over to Green Dragon Communities.
Oh, okay, cool.
There's a G Plus page, Green Dragon Community, and you can post this kind of stuff there. I need to get in there and do sections like everybody else does, but I don't. I'm lazy.
There's a paper in there about homemade traps. That should be kind of interesting, especially if you need booby traps.
Sweet. So I'm going to repost it over on the Green Dragon.
All right.
If you don't mind, if that's okay.
Oh, no, that's cool. Yeah, there's tornado tube silencers. There's...
Cool.
Oh, I'm just looking at different things. How to make your own emergency gas mask, explosives and demolitions manuals. Everything.
Interesting.
That's awesome. And hey, it's all just information that hopefully you never need.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm a true believer in if the shit hits the fan and we have to go out, your greatest tool you're going to have is knowledge.
Yeah, it's between your
take from your
ears.
How big is this archive in megabytes or whatever? You got an idea?
I don't, but all I know is it's about between 4,500 and 5,000 articles. But I don't think you can download it all in one click. I think you've got to download each file manually, which sucks.
What's up, DJ? Haven't seen you in a while.
Hey, what's up?
Thinking cars.
What's going on?
DJ. Hey, DJ. Live it up.
Did you see me do the mag dump?
Yeah, that was pretty sweet, dude.
I just had to make sure you saw that because I knew you'd enjoy it.
Dude, I haven't been participating in stuff. I've been fucking working my ass off for Christmas, and I've been sick as shit for the last week, so I've been flying under the radar.
Hey, no problem, man. I understand that.
It looked good though, man. Things turning out good. I should have my new one done by a month, maybe.
Yeah, screw you. You get them so fast, you can't even enjoy them. You gotta build it over a year and a half to really enjoy the process.
Dude, that's how I did my other one, man. Shit, it took me so fucking long. Of course, I have most of the parts for this one. So.
I'm just finally glad it's done. Well, almost done. I gotta put some more fancy gadgets on it, but other than that, it's done.
I did this one. If I hadn't stripped the other one down and kept most of the parts, I wouldn't be there.
Yeah.
It's kind of fucked up. I sold a complete function rifle for a set of receivers and a barrel.
Crazy things we do.
Well.
Good. I'll show you my AR.
Sweet.
So what does a stock AR run for approximately?
You get them as low as $600, $700.
All right, hold on. You're showing it, but I don't have you on full screen there, so I'm gonna. There you go. Now I'm seeing it.
What kind of scope is that, Ron?
It's a Leatherwood CMR 1x4.
You got flip ups with a scope?
Yeah.
Man, are you in the mood to have some Diamond Head D45 swing out 45-degree angle sights?
No.
No? Alright. I'm trying to sell mine. They're expensive, though. So.
Dude, I was gonna hit you up about those, man, but I've got to run them fucking lefties.
Yeah,
North
well,
Carolina flag on it.
you could run them. You could run them on the left rail. I don't know. It could probably be done, but I haven't really looked into it. Because I know just for fun,